You're lucky I barely caught you live on Twitch. Hey, listen, man. Yes, I am, huh? All right. Take a look. All right. This should be it, yeah? Okie dokie. All right. And we're going to go ahead and get it kicked off. I believe it was somebody gave me the timestamp. 8 hours, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Looks like is roughly the timestamp. 8 hours, 2 minutes.
It's a bummer, but so I feel you on that. And
MrGirl later said that Lav was helpful in that conversation. He appreciated what she said. Do you think that validates her impression? No. People like mind reading and mind fucking people's feelings. No, doesn't ever validate any of that shit. No, especially not these people. Especially not these two. No.
Probably your energy towards Cherry was also.
If you want the pre-clips of Destiny's reaction, wait, what?
In general, about the situation.
When should I go to Meme King?
There's a lot more.
Mifarino, I did get the info on that.
I think is fair based on like that's just
human.
Hi.
Hold on 1 second. Taking off my kid gloves.
Oh my god.
What's up?
Hi, let me see you. Let me see you. Show me your camera. Oh no.
It starts at... Nigga, it's an 8-hour stream. You just told me to back up to 3 hours. You're gonna have to give me a range, and if you say anything longer than an hour, you will instantly get banned. I'm letting you know that. It is an 8-hour stream. I'm at hour 8, and you told me to go back to hour 3. Who do you think you are?
Oh no.
Hold on.
It's like 10 minutes. If you're wrong, you are eviscerated from my chat room.
Okay, we'll put this over here. Jesus. All right, where are we at?
And that's why it's more. This is why I talked about the difference in inflection between you making a boundary for yourself and then yeah, I think that like I'm ready for Steven to like never act differently. And in that case, if we have a conversation and he still doesn't understand me, I'm like fully ready to like never stream with him again. Like I don't want him to change, but I hope I hope it will change.
Wait, why wouldn't you want him to change?
Because I'm less interested in like teaching him how to treat me and more interested.
Oh, did somebody ask, didn't we establish not too long ago that Twitch wasn't banning for Destiny content? Like and commented on it September 25th. What changed? One, never heard of that. Interesting to know. Two, look at this. Wait, look at this. Caught him in the wild, bro. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, I didn't get that established to me. But I don't want to risk it. I got banned for Destiny, or I think it was MrGirl content, actually, because I watched Destiny a lot after he got banned, and then the first time I watched MrGirl, I got banned. And I believe Chud Logic did as well.
In having relationships with people who already know how to respect me.
It's so hard for me to like, I shouldn't do it because it is toxic, but it's so hard for me not to pull age cards. Like, sweetie, you're 24 years old.
Oh, Jesus, did he just, Allah, he just, bro, you gotta keep sturdy, man. You can't say shit like that. Bro, no, dude, he pulled the sweetie card, man. He pulled the sweetie card, dude. Oh, Does Ahrelevant do a stream with Twitch? I do not. I probably should, but it is a bannable offense, and I don't want to play games. Thank you to everybody who's joining the stream. I like to make callouts quite frequently on YouTube. I'm sorry if you got tired of hearing this, but I do say it a lot. I say it at least a couple of times per YouTube stream. But if you could like the stream, possibly talk in chat if you're comfortable, interact with the stream in any way that you can. I don't know if comments are available on YouTube streams, but if you could comment as well, if that's something you care to do. It helps me a lot in the capacity of getting non-endemic people into the stream. YouTube is the only place that I have to be able to get organic growth, right? I've said it multiple times. I'll try and be brief this time. Twitch has no organic growth. Not for people of my size. The only way you can get organic growth on Twitch is if you like collaborate with large streamers and get them to plug your stuff. Organic growth cannot exist on Twitch, but it can exist on YouTube because people will get fed my stream who might not even be interested, might not even know who Destiny is, MrGirl is, LavLune is, me, might not even be interested in Twitch politics or politics in general, and they might be fed this stream. And that can give me a chance, at least a chance, at getting people to stick around. So I would appreciate it a lot if you like the stream, because that's really my only shot at organic growth, and I would really appreciate it.
Years old. Like, please stop. It's so cringe. I need to teach you how to set boundaries.
Bloody,
like, you don't even know
Orchid,
the boundaries
thank
you
you.
have for your own life. The idea that I have something to learn from you about boundaries for how to treat other people is
Did you see the Melina logs? Nope, link them.
Okay, please stop. It's to even suggest that is so cringe.
I feel like
And that's why it's more. This is why.
It looked like you did apologize to her, so how come you said you didn't? Oh, okay. So Lav was arguing with me about whether or not I turned my community against her by being misogynistic or something. That when I called her a bitch, she said that I turned my whole community against her.
I don't know. I'm not on like Reddit or DGG or anything. I think a lot of people thought it was a funny joke.
Let me find this convo. Okay, she messaged me and said, you calling me a dumb bitch has opened up the most insane 24 hours to me. I don't want to tell you what to do with your platform. It's your life. I'll be bowing out. I can't handle the vitriol from your audience. She goes on, and then I say, bro, you are, in all caps, insanely combative, no caps, online. I have been so unbelievably patient in our conversations, but you go so hard over and over again. I don't know what you expect. And you're literally tweeting out blaming DGG after fighting like all night in Chud Logic's chat, 4 question marks. But listen, you're always free to do what you want, matey. Then she replies,
Wait,
a little
what happened?
cat you expect, and you're literally tweeting out blaming DGG after fighting like all night in Chud Logic's chat, 4 question marks. But listen, you're always free to do what you want, matey. Then she replies a little, I reply with 5 pages of like messages that she's fighting in Chud Logic's Discord server over. She got into a huge fight with people in Chud's Discord, and then she went to Twitter to blame DGG for being militant or whatever. Then she says, that was 4 hours ago, and it was one conversation with 2 people for less than an hour, blah, blah, blah. But we had this whole argument, and by the end of the argument, she's like, ... no concession. You're steadfast and that you handled everything great and correctly, and you want to focus on the 40 minutes.
Quick question. Why did you label the Lav Brittany Erudite as Red Pill Factory? I explained it inside of the video, but I believe that it was... Oh, sorry, my bad. I just re-pulled up TikTok, or has organic. No, TikTok, I should be on TikTok. Because you're objectively correct. That's pretty... TikTok does very much have organic growth, 100%. Absolutely should be on TikTok. No argument against that. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I feel like I explained it inside of the video, but it's because I feel like while they're telling the truth about their lives, they're also like fit the red pill narrative and shit so incredibly well that it's just kind of. I'm not going to say they're doing damage because they're telling. I believe they're telling the truth. So I don't believe that like telling the truth to trump any narrative pushing or whatever. But I think it is an absolute red pill.
About it? Let's read it on stream. Okay, are you ready? Melina crying, Omega lol burn.
Oh, is she doing the same mistake as me? Is she reading? Yeah, she's reading down instead of up. Yeah, she's doing the same mistake as me.
Dan can't stream. I am good. Steven is finally pushing back to her shitty behavior.
Oh, my bad. I didn't realize it wasn't zoomed.
Dan can't stream if she ever gets on again. Dan can't stream. She is by far the most retarded person that he has ever talked to. Fuck off. Bitch, you just showed up to his life online. Why the fuck is she talking about who Steven is? God, she sucks. This is so cringe. I can't stand this. Cringe. Lav Bunny. Why? Steven, why did you ever have this bitch on? She is so manipulative. Omega lol, fuck off. She is female Mitch Jones. I am
Ooh. Listen. I ain't mad at that one. I ain't mad at that one for a second. I just got hit with the fattest true of the week. Oh my god.
retard to feels. Her feelings are the only ones that exist in her head.
Oh my god, that is so true! Holy shit, that's true! I didn't even think about that, but that's such a good comparison.
Which I don't think... Should I talk about it? Let's read it on stream.
Well, what did she say? Oh, she doesn't have the VOD up. L.
I spent in Chud's Discord today, and then I didn't respond past that.
Carrie said it first? Fuck, I didn't see it. Damn, I should have given her the respect she deserved for that one. You see the Andy Mill and Mitch Jones argument on Twitter? Nope. You want to link it?
Said everything, and then after that,
Mel logs on the subs. She reads them in reverse in the video. Yeah, she does. Female Mitch Jones is the harshest insult there.
she went online. No, I shouldn't say this. After that, people on Twitter were asking, "Did Destiny apologize to you?" And then she said, "Yes, he did." And then I said in chat, "I didn't apologize at all." But that's because I was thinking she's referring to this conversation. On the day that we had that stream, after I saw she was upset about me calling her a bitch, I DM'd her and I was like, "Oh, hey, sorry, I won't call you a bitch anymore if that's like actually like a trigger for you." So on the day I did, but I thought when she was tweeting out, I thought she was referring to this conversation that we just had. And I very clearly said, I'm not making any concessions here in this conversation, but I think she was referring to an earlier talk, in which case I did apologize in the stream for calling her a bitch.
Soylent! Darius said that everyone felt when he went in on Lav and she had zero self-reflection. Oh, said what everyone felt.
Why I talked about the difference
Okay.
in reflection between
Is that
setting
it?
a boundary for yourself and then.
Oh no,
I
we're
think
watching the whole clip.
Like I'm ready for Steven to like never
Oh, is that it?
act like teaching him how to treat me, and more interested in having relationships with people who already know how to respect me.
Like Max.
And that's why
like Max, who banned her for pedophilia from his from his Discord server. Based. Okay.
Wait, did he actually?
Something. I don't know what to tell you.
Do you think Lav should be a streamer? Yeah, no. There's no reason why she shouldn't be a streamer. If you're asking me, should she be a politics streamer? I think she has a chance for redemption and shit, but in her current state, no. I don't think she should be doing politics, but should she be a streamer? Yeah, of course. She could make entertaining content. She clearly has a drive to interact with other people and network, which is very good for Twitch. It's very good if you want to do that. If you want to get on other people's streams, she goes on podcasts and shit. So that's really good for her. So yeah, why not? Oh, I haven't watched this video. I just saw the title when checking out your channel. So by Red Pill, you meant the convo proved that Red Pill said about how women act socially is true. No. It's kind of just what I'm saying is people who watch that uncritically, I believe, will get red pilled. That's what I'm saying. That's usually what I'm talking about when I say this is a red pill or this is so black pilling. The point is supposed to be that these people are playing into the tropes that the red pill or the black pill try to make sense of inaccurately in most cases. And I think people will slip down the red pill or black pill pipeline by watching this content. And I think that was one of those pieces of content.
you have the same philosophy as Steven. That's what he does. Is if things aren't going his way, he just leaves. But I'm not like that. And
Yeah.
no one who loves him has ever really pushed back on him. It seems like people get heartbroken, leave, hate him, become his enemies, and try to destroy him.
Hard to, right? It's really
Wait, what? Nobody has what? Let me agree, because I want to have a conversation with MrGirl as well. MrGirl has seemed open to having a conversation with me about shit like this. So I want to really get MrGirl's opinion. I want to get it down to a T. So let's run this back one
has
person.
ever really pushed back on him. It seems like people get heartbroken, leave, hate him, become his enemies, and try to destroy him.
hard to, right? It's really hard to put that much effort into something that is like an immovable force, and I think Steven has proven himself to be. And it is completely fine that you. I'm not telling you.
Rub your hands together or something.
Oh man, dude, I'm boomer brained. I am boomer
Jesus,
brained.
the
Now I know how
audio.
my parents felt. Oh, we never finished watching this. I know how my parents felt. Like listening to somebody that's like 23 or 24 years old whose life philosophy changes completely every 3 months. Like try to psychoanalyze me is like so like I don't even know how to say it. What do you want me to say? Like you've got it all figured out, like bro. Like come back to me in 3 weeks when you've got like a.
I think so. I'm actually going to critique Destiny here. I think his defensiveness right now is just as bad as my hair. Like I think his defensiveness is coming off in a way that's kind of playing into their hands right now. Because it feels like right now he's getting a bit of pushback from two individuals. Hal Grant, so far the pushback is not looking too great. But the pushback is supposed to be that nobody can validly criticize him without, possible his mods interfering, him shutting down the conversation, or him, I don't know, being dodgy. I'm not 100% sure what the critique is from MrGirl in that manner. But when doing so, he is being defensive in a way that I think is not... It doesn't meet his usual standard of critiquing with evidence. I mean, he's saying shit like, you flip-flop on a lot of your political positions pretty rapidly and your mental positions pretty rapidly. And so why should I take advice from you? Which is valid from a personal standpoint, but it's not... I don't feel like this is a good argument in general, because somebody can flip-flop on shit and then still make a right call about you. And I'm sure he would agree with that. So it kind of looks like he's being really defensive here.
Whole different life philosophy. Like, come back to me in 2 weeks when you've now justified why your OnlyFans is actually okay and you're gonna go do hardcore. So, like, dude, she missed me with that shit, okay?
349.20.
It's pretty good. What I'm noticing about this longsword is that because this pommel's one of these rounded pommels.
Back. Those are all the issues that we all have to figure out as they tried to when.
Jesus. Wait, hold on. What? 1 second.
See, initially, I initially got the feeling from the title that the convo made you lean more into the red pill. Hold on, what is the title there? Because I don't want to imply something that isn't the case. What is the title of that video again?
Okay, what is this?
Sourcing support. What do you what are the points that you think he has?
Should we watch this whole conversation?
And I think it's interesting that Steven is helping him with his website. So Steven is the kind of friend that, like, he'll just help his friends out, even if they're being shitty at the moment. And I think that's...
Oh, why doesn't this work? Sound
You and me, boy. Me, you and
Fixer,
me.
what-
We literally used... I think we used the same thing. Yeah, Sound Fixer.
how'd you work with Streamable?
And I think it's interesting that Steven is helping him with his website. So Steven is the kind of friend that, like, he'll just help his friends out, even if they're being shitty at the moment.
To be clear, I would be really careful with the framing on I'm helping Max with his website, because he is paying Cake and everybody for the services. It's not like he's getting it for free.
Wait, is that available?
Like, yeah, I mean, there's a bit of help there, but like, I don't want it to sound like
Wait, I thought that wasn't up and going yet.
Max is not like a huge charity case. Like, he's paying for assistance on that, but yeah.
And
I mean, just like the idea of mentioning the red pill factory and stuff, like the idea that Lav represents all women. Well, I think that's how people are going to well, I think that's just how humans tend to engage with certain... I think that's just how people tend to engage with media. So when Lav is putting out a vibe of like red pilling people. I think recognizing that people are going to, or sorry, I guess playing into the red pill, that's not even a proper critique because again, she was telling the truth. When Lav's lived experience falls in line with the red pill narrative of how the world works, I think it is worth pointing out that that congruency in order to establish to the people that there is a connection that will be made amongst individuals. Now, I don't believe that connection is justified. I don't believe that connection is right. But to point out that connection, I think is pretty important. I don't think we should just be ignoring that connection because I think that's how a lot of people interpret this shit. Sorry, I know that's how a lot of people. That's how radicalization like works. You know, radicalization doesn't work because everybody looks at the stats. Radicalization works because everybody looks at a bit of small clips of shit and then they build an identity that they have around the way the world works.
I think that's commendable because we all have friends that are shitty, and I think we strive to help them so they'll be better.
Yeah.
So I think that that's the
Oh, MrGirl is the trial run. Oh, okay.
dilemma, just like you were saying. I don't know how nobody was able to engage with you yesterday. How hard was it to understand what you were saying?
Steven has been on this like crazy fucking
He's on
arc.
his period.
Dude, I have a bone to pick with Steven. He's been so unempathetic, and I think his audience doesn't respond to me very well because I don't think that they're very empathetic. They're like a bunch of debate bros who are like, you know, I'm logic only, and a lot of his audience now is, you know, come from other communities like the growth.
It's just like what is she about to say? She just has no she doesn't have any introspection at all. Yeah. Largely probably due to age. So maybe also, or I can't make the other comment. But I think she probably just not a very introspective person at the moment. She's not able to like do like, well, why do she's like a Sneeko basically. Like, why do people feel this way about me? Oh, it must be all of everyone else's fault. Must be the answer, right?
For Nick Fuentes community, so like whatever, they're their own beast. But I think that he's like allowed them and all these men that he engages with who are like online all day and like don't really engage with women to like solely because in person, because me and Steven met up in person as friends.
Great.
And he was so normal. He was so normal, so friendly, so sweet.
Because we're not arguing about anything. We didn't meet up in person to have a fucking debate. If you want to meet up again in person to have a debate, we can have an argument. But that wasn't like, I don't know why she's saying this. Like, that's such an absolutely fucking wild thing to say. Like, when we met up in private and we just like hung out and...
Wait, did Destiny just get hozzed? Is that what happened? Did she just accuse him of being two-faced? Did Destiny just get hozzed? I think he did.
Stuff. Like, you were super cool. Yeah, I was. I'm always super cool. But when we had a massive debate online where I'm trashing like other large content creators, you were way more mean to me. Yeah, of course I am. Of course I'm gonna be more critical of you. Like,
and then yesterday online, he's like, he told me to shut up, you stupid bitch. I was like,
I heard it. He was mad.
I was like, okay, I get that you're emotional right now. You do not get to talk to me like that.
oh!
He's DMing! He's DMing! Hey, I'm gonna do another shout out for it. If you're enjoying the content, if you like this kind of stuff, if you like me streaming on YouTube, please like the video. It helps the algorithm so that way more people who do not watch me actually find my channel. It is the only way I have for organic growth. There's no organic growth on Twitch. I would be so appreciative if people would like the stream. Take this moment to do that, please. I would say subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. That's helpful, but really what is the most helpful is talking in chat, interacting with the community, and liking the stream. That is so helpful to me. It really is a big deal. It matters quite a bit because YouTube is really trying to push their live streaming. So when you like the stream, the algorithm really tries to push this content to other people. So if you care about, me streaming on YouTube more, or the growth of my channel, which you don't have to care about to watch my content. You don't have to care about that. But if you do, please like the video. And thank you to the 34 people that just liked the video after me saying that. Ever since I started saying that, well, now 38 people have liked the stream. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm just thinking Brittany's awake. I'm triggered. Oh, I'm super triggered.
Yeah,
Like, and also, who the fuck is this person? Like, I have not met this person. Like, you were not like this in person. You're doing this for a show, and you're also denigrating me in front of 8,000 people who you know love to fucking see this. You're humiliating me.
Andre, you can't say, bro, you can't say she's a dumb bitch. Come on,
at least
man.
so far, he's been really gentlemanly and lovely. I think that when I was viewing him, I was like, somebody is on his period. Like, you're in your emotional feelings. I don't know what's going on in private. I don't know what's going on in your life. But that feels a little bit in the way he reacted to Amaranth. So I'm just going to say, generally speaking, I think tensions are very high on the internet right now. And it feels like...
He's doing it, dude. He's like this. He's shrugged. He is shrugged right now. He is so shrugged right now. He is fucking... He's retreating into himself. Oh my lord.
Everyone feels hurt. Even listening to Cherry and MrGirl talk about, like, I like everyone individually, and I know that sometimes we won't get along, but I feel like this is because we're not listening or hearing each other. Like, Steven feels it's your obligation to move people in his direction, right? He told me in a conversation that he would like to convince people to be like him.
That's not what I said, Brittany!
Think about ways to find joy in their life, even if it doesn't match how society is telling you to live.
Totally. I'm the same way.
Okay, so can I just, like, say something that's, like, pretty obvious? That people want Steven's attention? like
sure.
Everybody wants his attention. I want his attention because I think he's a good person to bounce ideas off of. But, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting his attention. But I think some people are not honest with the intention they want. There was a girl who was on stream with Steven one time, and at the end of it goes, I hope you get to have sex with Brittany. And I was like, why would you say that?
Anyways, it was nice chatting, and I'm glad I defeated you in that debate.
Yep.
And I hope you manage to have sex with Brittany at some point.
Oh no, this
Wait,
was
is that aristocracy? Is that aristocracy?
Jewish girl. Fuck.
Why would he say it like that? Why? Why? Why would you say it like that, dude? What?
What's her name? Aristocracy, yeah. God, that was so weird. I don't know why she said that. Jesus Christ, that's like really forward and cringe. I'm glad since you're a woman you can get away with making like autistic statements like that.
Fucking true, dude. Fucking true, dude.
You are. Must be a nice skill, but thanks.
I don't want to have sex with Steven. I'm monogamous. Why did you say that? I wasn't monogamous at the time. I wasn't even dating anyone. But like, she doesn't know me. So what if I was like in a relationship and like, why would she say that? And then I kept wondering, like, why would she say that? And then I realized, like, I think she was just trying to be funny and then flirty with Steven. And then it was like a flirt through me. And like, maybe she's socially awkward, right? So I have to assume,
Carrie doesn't. I mean, she's like, oh, you guys just like fuck already. But also the added drama behind this is that they had something public, and she wrote a twitlonger about him ignoring her.
Wait,
so it's public. So Cherry and Steven had like a thing.
Okay.
And Cherry wrote a twitlonger about him like ignoring her. And how they had like a sexual relationship, and it really bothered her that he ignored her now.
Just, I don't like to be public about stuff if other people want to be private about it. So just to be clear, when we say like a thing, we hooked up once. That's what a thing means, okay? We weren't like dating or anything formal, just to be clear, okay? Just so there's no confusion about that.
Oh my god. Okay, number one reason not to have sex with Steven, I'm not dealing with any of that. But
no,
like...
literally. And I've talked to him about this before. I'm like, why are you having sex with these unhinged women? I'm like,
he's got it.
Woo! Hey, nigga, Steven, you ain't about to like the next thing that comes out of Brittany's mouth. Let's hear it back, boys. I remember this one. It gets deep. Oh, dude, it gets deep. She's about to be like, well, he's got a type. Woo! Let's see what happens now. God damn, this was pretty spicy watching the first time. Hey, we got the nigga right here, bruh.
Type.
Hit
The
them
man's got
gains.
type.
Hey, thank you. Oh, yes. Thank you. Michael?
Dude, it's
We all
insane.
gotta
And now
finish.
everyone thinks that we're fucking because I'm on stream with him, which like
Laugh.
whatever.
Are you fucking?
No,
You promise?
I promise.
Okay.
I
believe you.
promise.
I believe you.
I promise.
even
I
if
would
you-
5, wait, AUS, wait, what is that? Is that Australian dollars? Did you just give me 5 Australian dollars, you broke fuck? I'm kidding, I love you.
never.
Girl,
I would
even if
never.
Even if you did, it's all a part of the rules, right? Because you're both in open relationships. It's allowed to happen.
Yeah.
I need to
But
share.
we-
He's gonna ult. He's gonna
But we
ult.
could someday. Who knows? Right now?
Ooh,
Ult!
Say word to everybody with Max.
Yeah, literally.
I'm just
There's 5 mid ult!
You know, I can't touch anyone.
Yeah, who's to say right now, after he talked to me the way that he did, it's looking like a no forever.
Okay,
But
got
who's to say? If we have a connection, who cares, right? I'm open to it. But I'm not like, by no means, I'm very happy. I'm not trying to get this like fucking 34-year-old league player to fuck me. I don't have to try that hard, first of all.
Jesus, god damn, nigga, I don't remember this shit. This is getting toxic. This is getting toxic.
Also,
Bro.
Cherry's acting like I'm begging for it. I'm like, if I wanted to fuck Steven, rest assured I would have already fucking done it.
The best thing about Steven is that he's a slut. That's like the one that
Yes.
about him. He's so
Yeah,
I
I'm-
don't think he'd have a problem.
I'm done with this topic. I'm moving on to this video. Okay. Moving on to listening to this next.
Personally, I've never personally attacked.
Girl, you called everyone
You
name after
absolutely
name
have.
yesterday, girl. You were going ham, girl.
Yes,
You speak
Madam
like
Genevieve.
Madam,
Absolutely.
I didn't personally
cutthroat,
attack
girl. You
Genevieve.
cutthroat.
Yes, you did. Kelly Jean and Madam Genevieve.
What did I say?
You called them stupid. You called them bitch. You called them moronic. Right? You called them lots of names.
Okay, fine. You got me.
Okay, but this is what.
Okay, why does she get to do the thing where she's like, I didn't do that, and then when you catch her, she's like,
He's losing it. This is Zerka foretold of this moment. This is his Joker moment.
I'm talking about, right? I'll say this is what you're responsible for, and you'll go, no, I'm not.
See, look at that. Now that's real shit. Real USD. 5 fast ones. Destiny's Ultimate is charging. Thanks for the streams. Thank you, Momo. I appreciate it.
And then I'll be like, yes.
I'm memeing, by the way. Just to be clear, I thank you so much for the 5 AUD earlier, Michael. I no disrespect. It's a joke. I love you, Mike.
You are.
Thank you, Momo.
Like,
No, I am. I get
okay,
it.
you're right. I
No, I
am.
get it.
This is the issue.
Oh,
you
thank
don't
you.
get to be.
Erudite.
No, I'm fucking not.
That was
and then also,
foretold.
tee-hee,
What was
ooh, ooh,
foretold?
True!
It's you don't
We
get.
proved
To,
it
Destiny's
wrong.
Joker arc.
yeah, but then your response
How would
to
you
that
like
is
me to
go-
respond?
You'd be like, oh fuck, you're right. I have been kind of mean. That is a bit of a like.
Well, I am doing that in
That
my
is
own
a behavior. Hold on.
in
let
my
me-
own way.
He's actually going insane. He's actually fucking losing it. He's gone to dog wards, dude.
and said nasty things to. I imagine, for example, Madam Genevieve doesn't feel super heartwarmed when when you just say, "I'm just young," like, hee hee, oops. Okay, I guess I was a little mean. I don't think that means anything to the people that you've like.
The immediate backtrack. Yeah.
I agree with you to some extent, but I do think it's a little different. I don't think that I think that it was like one-on-one with me and Madam Genevieve, and we were having a conversation. It was a hard conversation. I've never personally attacked.
Girl, you called everyone
You
name after
absolutely
name.
have.
He lost it. He lost it.
I'm so triggered. Hold on. Do we watch this 20-minute video?
Okay. And then wait, what time was it? 7:30 something? Is this it? Oh no, I think this is it. 7:39, somebody was saying?
Minutes. Holy shit.
Bro,
Hey,
all you've done is ask for scrap. Scrap.
Unreal. Thank you. That's weird. To put a GIF inside of the thing, like an emote. Thank you for the 5 fucking pounds. Thank you, Unreal, for the 5 pounds. Upping the ante. We went from AUD to USD to pounds. Let's keep it going. I don't know what the fuck other currency is more expensive than that. Is euros more expensive? I don't know what the hell is up from there. Noob. Yeah.
Scrap. Go farm.
740.
No one's giving you scrap.
Holden Caulfield from Catcher in the Rye. But I hate.
You don't ever want to be Holden Caulfield from Catcher in the Rye. That's not the character you want to commit yourself to. The whole point was that guy needed to grow up and stop judging people. I'm pretty sure. If I remember, it's like 20 years since I read that book, literally. But
pound ain't worth more than $1 now. I forgot.
I hate. Listen, I didn't like Cherry before.
I've listened to this combo already. The thing is, I like listening to Destiny react to it because it's so personal to him. Like, it's very much about him. A lot of the previous stuff, at least.
First, I was like, what the fuck, bitch? I was like, what, Cherry, come on. Why are you doing this to me? I was like, let's duke it out. It's like drama. And then she tried to do this whole thing with Max, and I was like, no, now I hate you, I think.
Can I be honest about that? Just like caveat. I just feel like she really made a mental illness mistake. Like,
I know.
Like maybe it triggered.
No,
or
and that's fine.
right?
And that's fine. But then she doubled down on it.
But she apologized in the stream
stream
yesterday. No, she said, I think I messed up here. But she doubted herself because Max makes me doubt myself too. Like sometimes I think he's lying, but without meaning to. So I wonder if she was feeling the same energy from him. But she did admit in the stream yesterday that she
called it. No, she lied. She lied and said that she saw
she thinks
him.
It's true.
She saw. Okay,
hey,
but
Sleeky, thank you for the 3 AUD. I appreciate it. Thank you, Sleeky. Thank you. That's weird. That's a kind of cool thing that you can do with that. What kind of gifts can you put inside of the chat when you do that?
okay, then does that hold up in a court of law?
I don't think that
Yeah, wait. Isn't it literally called mens rea? Isn't it literally in the court of law? Don't you have to have a state of mind to commit a certain crime? Like, if we were to talk about like if you're backing a car up onto somebody and you run them over on accident versus you're trying to fucking murder them, the mens rea is going to be different for a different crime, right? Or if you perjure yourself, if you commit like perjury, like if you accidentally mistake something or you get a fact wrong, you're not going to be.
That's so gross. Did he just kill a bug with his hands? I've never done that in my life and I never will. That's so fucking disgusting.
Like, oh, you just perjured yourself. Well, hold on. Fuck, I misremembered. I misspoke. And it's like,
oh, that's cool. Jason with the 1.5 AUD put a dumbbell in the chat. What emotes can you put in when you donate? Is there a list I can see?
well, no.
Is it
That's
just any
perjury.
emote?
Misspeaks equals jail time.
She's like,
It's
Your
not
Honor,
a court of law.
Your
It's
Honor.
not
The
a court of
crow
law.
with
you're
$1.50,
This
same
is
thing?
like, now we're looping back to the same disagreement we had yesterday on stream.
Okay, well
which
then
is lying implies an
I'm not a
intentionality.
professional. I'm not.
Unreal with the 2 pounds. Tell Tommy he has no power here.
Not professional about this. I have my own opinions, and I'm allowed to have my own personal opinions about how Cherry conducted herself,
we're
and I think
telling
it's
you
disgusting.
That the criticism that she's a liar doesn't bear out well. You can feel that way, but what we're saying is the feelings that you're having are a little bit off here. Was there bad stuff?
She was
that
careless.
happened?
I will say she was careless.
Absolutely.
I agree.
She was more than that. She was reckless, right?
Yeah.
She did
Yes.
a very, very bad
Reckless,
thing.
yeah.
She didn't think about the fact of like what these accusations would
This is,
sound
but
like.
this is also, especially when it comes to like a sexual harassment, whatever. It feels very dishonest to me. Even if you're not actively lying, it feels dishonest to be reckless because you're enjoying the in grouping of trauma bonding with Stardust over it.
So I think I remember. This is where I said I think I understand what she's getting at, and I think she's misunderstanding what reckless versus careless really means. What reckless means in that context, Erudite's explanation, enhancement from careless to reckless, is what Lav was trying to appeal to there. Lav, I guess, just didn't understand what was happening. when Erudite, I'm not trying to put words into her mouth, but my interpretation of when Erudite said it wasn't just careless, it was reckless, right? And the reason why is because if you didn't have a care for the individual, you probably wouldn't have posted it. But what reckless implies is that there's some level of cognitive dissonance or clouding of your judgment that is either due to an emotion that you're feeling or some kind of circumstance that's going on that causes you to do things that even carelessness would not have you do, right? I think reckless is a really good word because I don't believe under normal circumstances Stardust or Cherry would have done those things. But I think there was some unique circumstance that made them, that clouded their judgment, that made them reckless. Because I think that it was obvious what they were doing. I think anybody could have seen what they were doing, the writing on the wall, but they didn't see it, and it's pretty out of character, definitely out of character, at least for Stardust, but Cherry, I think it's also out of character. And I would attribute that primarily to some kind of state of mind, whatever shit. And that's not an excuse. That is a condemnation. But that is to say where it came from. Is reckless abandon for their principles or whatever, and got swept up into a moment.
Talking about him being antisocial, you're talking about how small his dick is, and then you're online and you're like, he made me feel uncomfortable. You're lying.
Wait,
you're
Lav,
lying.
wait.
Well, no. You don't know that's true. They
why-
might have actually been uncomfortable. Max does have a history of being exhibitionism. I think that they were wrong. They misread him because they're so angry with him. But in their worldview, they genuinely felt like what was happening. Unless you're going to convince me that Stardust and Cherry made it all up, they never felt he was doing that. They just ate.
By the way, this is part of the reason why it's important to not demonize people, but to humanize them. I think that these two individuals, Cherry, and especially in regards to the context of what happened, Stardust, because Stardust has been talking about this shit in a very specific way, I think this is very uncharacteristic for them both. And the fact that they did it doesn't show that there's some unique demon, whatever person, but that that human beings that are even fervently anti-cancel culture or anti, vague posting allegations can make big mistakes. These people can make big, huge mistakes. They'll admit it's a mistake. But they can make these large mistakes if they get swept up into a moment where they are mad or maybe aren't thinking clearly about somebody's intentions or his. I shouldn't say his. They're they aren't being the best faith to the individual that they're talking about because of various different reasons. I think it is important to do that because I think anybody can get caught up in it. I think I can make some stupid statements. I have made some stupid statements that I could address that are, I would argue, uncharacteristic of me. Like, I've been like, oh, this person should be banned because they did something stupid to me. But in all reasonability, cooler heads prevailed. And people were like, yeah, no, people shouldn't be banned. I was like, yeah, man. I look back on shit like that to this day. I'm like, damn, nigga, that was cringe. You said that. So, yeah, stuff can happen when you get swept up into the moment. Even, some pretty serious stuff can happen. And I think it's pretty important to remember that most people are capable of
chest together a conspiracy to try to attack Max.
So I
That's
don't
what
think-
you're implying when you're saying that they're lying.
No, what I am implying and what I think actually happened, because if you saw the stream, Cherry fully is like trying to convince Stardust that it was like actually that he did it on purpose, which I think is even more gross. Because Stardust is like, I don't know, it made me feel weird. And then she had to double down because Cherry had already gone public with it. And then Stardust just got Stardust was stupid. But she got carried away in this thing that, like, Cherry was like, it's antisocial behavior. She had just come off of the MrGirl stream. She was angry, vitriolic about, whatever. That seems... There is something to me, maybe that's the wrong word, it feels like dishonesty. It feels like recklessness. Recklessness feels like dishonesty, yeah.
It's deeply yucky. Like, what I'm seeing in you is like, it's yucky.
Or maybe it doesn't feel...
And I agree.
this
It's
is the
wrong.
problem. This is the
I think reckless is the word for me that I would use.
problem.
Really wrong.
Because I think introspection and honesty are synonymous. So
What? Wait. Section. Oh, I don't. Wait, in what context?
when I think that you're low in
Yeah, not even
introspection,
close.
that reads as dishonest to me.
No.
Yeah.
These
I
are
just
two
was-
different things.
No.
Yeah, they're
I
totally
know. But I'm saying you are right, and I just realized that through understanding my personal dictionary.
Okay.
So
fair,
it's
fair.
not dishonesty.
Can I ask a question? Because I don't know Cherry, so I can't speak for her. But how is that different than what like Max has done to me or any of the other women he's done anything to? Like he lies about me, he tells shit stories about me, he says the most bullshit things about me.
He did it to me.
And his version of apology is just like it's half-assed. That's why I don't trust him. Because I think he secretly still thinks bad about me, which is fine. But that's why I can't trust him because I'm not getting any genuine energy from him. But then again, I could be wrong, and maybe I can't see him, so that's
What
my
the
fault.
fuck is a
So-
personal dictionary? I think it's just like a way that I feel like it's intuitive, right? Like it's their personal understanding with the words that are being used. Essentially, their colloquial definition dictionary.
Instead of trying to be friends, I've just given us space. Why do you think like Max gets a pass but Cherry can't? Because I think that she probably
It's
just made a
cringe.
mistake.
The way she used it was cringe, but I think the concept of a personal dictionary isn't cringe. I think it's literally like, isn't this kind of what like autistic people have trouble with, or many autistic people? I shouldn't say all autistic people, or imply all autistic people. Isn't this a really big problem that autistic people have? Is where they'll take like certain words and shit literally, and they can't read a lot of the, interpersonal context, and they struggle with that. Isn't that a really big issue that a lot of autistic people have? That I think that is kind of what I would appeal to under a personal dictionary, is understanding the interpersonal colloquial context for a lot of the words and the circumstances to be able to say them, and the right environment to be able to say them. I think a personal dictionary makes sense under that framework. I think the way that she used it was like a scapegoat kind of weird thing. I don't know.
Even if it feels like a lie, because it does feel like a lie, but so does Max.
Yeah.
But maybe they're just
he's
being...
lied about Brittany. He's lied
Yeah.
about you. He's lied about me.
So maybe it's not a lie. Maybe it's like a
Lexicon,
cognitive dissonance
vernacular, vocabulary,
Right.
diction.
But
Yeah, kind of.
he would say he felt that way. It was
He
how
felt
his
that way.
emotions were
Yeah.
feeling, right? But she felt that way too. And
Yeah.
so the issue
Maybe.
is if she's a liar, then Max
Ramesh,
is a liar
I would
all
agree
along
with you.
too. Or both are in their fifis. You get to
Well,
pick.
I also think that you need to
But same
weigh.
stick.
You need to weigh what is also at like risk, though, because if you're a man and you're accused of sexual assault, that's on your record more than like a fucking conspiracy. Like,
I mean, I still have people trying to dox me to universities based on like certain claims that Max.
were
has
they?
made.
But okay, but were they? Were
Jesus.
they
That's
your
Pascal,
friends
by the way.
who then decided to accuse you of sexual harassment? That's like very different than this person who's like mostly a stranger to you online, who's like you're a Nazi cult leader.
I have a question. If you viewed my relationship with Steven, would you think that we're very close friends?
No.
Is Cherry and Max very close friends?
I think that Stardust and Max were closer.
Okay. And then
They
with you
were.
and
Want to
Steven,
debate Ahrelevant on Nick Fuentes? I think I can red pill him. No.
you and Steven close friends, Lav?
I would. We are on the friendlier side of friends.
Even though he called you a dumb bitch yesterday?
You're right. We're enemies. We're
So
adversaries.
what I'm trying to say is, even to our friends, sometimes we can be vitriolic. Maybe we can even
Sure.
tell lies about them. So I'm saying,
Yeah.
like, I guess I want to see, because I don't know Cherry, so I don't know who this bitch is. And, like, God bless her. I don't know who she is. So, like, I can't tell what she's doing, but it feels like, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to figure out your values, so if you treat people the same or if you treat them differently because of some reason.
Listen, I don't think it's that much different. I think this is all very personal to me.
That's fair.
Because of the way that I see myself in Max. I told this to you earlier.
Yeah,
I see myself in Max. I saw nobody coming to his aid, even Steven, and he was like begging Steven to. And so
Stop! God, she's so stupid. But I understand that. It's because you're all fucking children, okay? Let me explain this clearly.
Bro, don't put me. I'm in the same age as this chick, bro. Don't put me out there, man. Don't put me out there like that, man. Don't do that to me. Don't fucking disrespect me like that, bro. You're gonna have another enemy on your hands, Destiny. You keep disrespecting niggas of youth like that. Watch yourself.
Okay? Okay.
He's ulting.
Hold on.
Yeah, he's just little broed me, man.
It's okay. This is the penalty. This is the burden that I have to carry because I can see.
You're beyond your years, really? Nah, the nigga fucking Rose Wrist is 18, bro. He is, bro. I feel like a Rose Wrist is 7 years younger than me. Dude, I'm a ghoul, bro. There are people. Listen, man. People have been on the top of their game for like a decade on my shit.
And
Rose is also ahead of his time. Rose actually is ahead of his time, honest. But like, I don't know, man. I think when you're like 25, I think you stop getting the young card. That's my opinion, bro. I don't know. I think you stop getting the young dumb card at 25. Well, on specific shit. Obviously, other shit like retirement plans and shit. You're still young and stupid. But like, I don't know. I don't think it's an excuse. I'm 25. There ain't no excuse for foolish behavior at this level. I'm not saying you need to know how to scrap with like Destiny at the level of like, I don't know, having a conversation about global economics or something. But what I'm saying is you should be able to do half of the shit that Lav is failing at. You should be able to put together a coherent argument down to some kind of like philosophical understanding. You should be able to work your way with your point down to like, I don't want to say an axiom, but like down to some kind of principle. You should be able to work pretty much all of your moral positions out. Even if it's bad, even if it's poorly done, you should be able to do it. I don't feel like Lav can do it. That's part of the thing. That's part of the stuff I wanted to talk to her about today.
See all and I.
Hey, OMW, thank you for the $5. And another lifter. How many emotes do they have? I gotta know how many emotes they have.
Understand everything. Other people don't understand, and that's okay. Take a walk with me and allow me to share my wisdom with you. Okay. The charges against Max from Cherry and Stardust were bullshit. Okay. Number one. Okay. Now, if it was the case that Max was going to get hyper fucking canceled over it, I probably would have put my thumb on the scale. But you have to keep in mind that when I put my thumb on the scale, not only do I lend a bit of my credibility to a situation, in some cases, I might take away some amount of credibility from a situation. It might be the case that people think, oh, he's only trying to defend Max because they're friends. Or, oh, he's only trying to defend Max because he had a thing with Cherry and they hate each other now, right? So I wake up, I see this information where people are saying like, oh, first I see messages from Cherry and Stardust. I'm like, this is dumb. I see a message from Max. I'm like, this is dumb. I don't know why they're saying this. This is stupid. So what I do is I go online and I look and I see, well, what are people saying? And here's what I see. In my chat room, people are shitting on Cherry and Stardust.
Why don't you have memberships on your YouTube channel? I thought one of my mods was supposed to set it up, but I'll probably set it up here soon if that isn't set up. So I just don't know how to do it, but it's long story short.
Reddit, people.
Hey, Timmy, thank you for the 5 as well. They keep it up. Like, how? Can somebody tell me where I can find all these emotes? Because this feels really weird that there's like 5 different working out emotes inside of this thing. There has to be like 1 million emotes, right? There's no way they're like, oh yeah, we have 100 emotes and 5 of them are like exercise based.
Shitting on Cherry and Stardust. And on Twitter, in Stardust's own replies, people
Timmy,
are shitting
you're at the gym. Cool. Chase those gains.
Cherry and Stardust.
I've been going as
so
well.
So when I see that the entire world is against these 2 people, I don't need to put my thumb on the scale. I don't have to say anything. They've already destroyed themselves with their dumb shit accusations. Like, I don't have to weigh in there. For me to go live,
what?
And then for me to try to like...
Dude, there's so few emotes. There isn't that many emotes, and there is that many of, like, that's weird.
Defend Max, I don't need to do that. They've already fallen apart themselves. I don't need to tip the scale or risk fucking anything up by lending my credibility to Max, because why the fuck would I wouldn't even need to do that. It's already more or less handled. Now, Max wanted, first of all, and Max never asked me to defend him. He didn't. Now, you could argue, well, he was too afraid to because he thinks that would look bad private.
Wait, what the hell? Schmogel donated. What the hell is that? I just now checked my Streamlabs thing. Literally shekels? I got shekels. I got 9 shekels, literally, from who? Schmogel. I didn't even know what this symbol is. What is that to USD? Okay, it's $2.50. Thank you for the $2.50. OMW with the $1.50. Thank you.
Even, which I guess we can get there. But like, Max wanted to come on my stream and say his piece, and he did. I don't remember if Cherry was on. She had her tail tucked between her legs because she knew she was wrong, and she apologized later for it, which she should have. Stardust tweeted out her apology. She knew she was wrong. This idea that like, and I know that Lav is doing this because she's like desperately trying to get on Max's good side, and it's like her obsession right now, okay? But this idea that she was even doing this, like, Max needs a friend, man. Like, motherfucker, he's fine. Shut the fuck up. I don't need this overly emotional, like, come and screech into the, oh, and you gotta help him and save him. He doesn't need help. It's over. It's fine. I think I even said that towards the end of the conversation. I was like, this is bullshit. And everybody knows it's bullshit. Of course it's bullshit. Everybody knows it. Everybody sees it. The whole fucking world is against Cherry and Stardust right now. I don't need to add any of my weight onto the situation.
You need 4,000 watched hours?
Like, I think
this idea I need 4,000 watched hours to do the monetization thing. Well, you know what that means, chat? Like the video, like the video, like the video. We need to get more people inside the stream to get more watch hours. I think 4,000. I think I already have 4,000 watch hours though. Maybe I don't. But please like the video though. It really does help boost this video and through the algorithm. It allows non-native people to be able to get inside of the stream. Organic growth. Twitch doesn't have organic growth. This is the only place that I have to be able to have a semblance at a chance to make a channel on my own. It's like this, TikTok and shit like that. Twitch has no growth opportunities at all. So please, I would appreciate it greatly if I could get some help from people inside of chat. Thank you to the 20 people who just liked the stream after I had made that shout out. I really do appreciate that. Like I said, YouTube is really trying to push streams. So if there's high liked, high chatter volume streams, they will push it out to a lot of people. They love pushing streams to people. So thank you so much for that.
Like, oh, I'm gonna be the one good friend. She's only saying this because she wants to be the one to save Max, because she wants Max to like her. That's like her desperate thing. Like, so she wants to come in and save it. She wants to, oh, look, everyone else is being a bad friend. I'm being a really good friend. That's good for you, Chief. Go for it. But don't throw me under the bus. We're like, oh, even Steven wouldn't help him. If it was some serious shit and the tides were against him on some bullshit accusation, then of course I'd be weighing in a lot more. Like, hold on, let's stop and think what's actually being.
I think I actually have a similar, so not really because I don't have as much weight behind me as Steven does, but I have a similar reason for me not weighing in as much. And the reason why was because I feel like pretty much everybody knew that it was an L for Stardust and an L for Cherry. But the really important thing for me was that with the recognition that there was an L there, I wanted to be able to still recognize that these people had they had opportunities to do right in this situation or make it better and not make the situation worse. That these people they weren't just out here to destroy his career and keep it that way or whatever, that there was a way to salvage this situation. They weren't like irredeemable garbage. And so from my perspective, I think it's good to do that. And then hopefully, if they have a similar situation, I said this to Stardust, if there is a similar situation as to what happened with, you know, this MrGirl situation, hopefully they will message me. And I will look it over, and you know, if it's something similar to MrGirl, hopefully it'll get shut down. But I have an inkling at an idea that's probably not going to happen again from them because of the pushback that they got from their various communities.
Fucking said here, but I didn't need to. The whole world was against Cherry and Stardust on those accusations. I don't need to like enter the.
Shit, Danimo.
Listen, it shouldn't have been me. It shouldn't have been me to push back on Cherry, and I acknowledge that because it looked worse than it did, obviously, because we already had beef.
Does MrGirl feel this way about you not going in? I don't know. I haven't even talked about that. But I don't care. I know that I'm right. I know that I'm right. I can see the tides of the internet and the ebb and flow in the direction of where the jerk wave is going. And I saw that as soon as I woke up. Nobody was going to be taking Cherry and Stardust side on that. Of course not.
Literally like the day before. It should have been Steven. And I was messaging him while we were talking. I was like, "You need to denounce publicly that she's like."
No, I don't need to. I don't need an overly emotional person with a biased investment in the situation to tell me how to handle a public situation. You fall apart every single time somebody says something mean about you on Reddit and Twitter. Why the fuck would I take your advice in handling public situations? There's no reason for me to do that. You're the last person in the world I would ever trust for advice on how to properly help somebody. Like, I guess, like, do something for PR for their public image. Like, why would I ever take your advice on that?
This was not.
Did you disagree with what they did? Will you still have them on stream if the same thing could happen to you? Yeah. Yeah, I would. And ultimately the reason why is because I think people like that deserve, well, first off, I genuinely believe that they regret making that decision. So I believe that they will take steps to avoid that happening in the future. And one, and two, I don't think it's gonna happen to me. I don't think it'll happen again. Now, Max probably thought the same thing, but I don't think it'll happen. And if it does, I mean, the chess speaks for itself.
Not accurate, and that he's not a sexual.
Like, I'm not worried about something like that because I think exactly what happened will happen again.
Assaulter, because I mean. Literally,
Max,
and it's not my responsibility to take care of Max, obviously, but Max is on stream crying. As an empathetic person, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fucking destroy this bitch.
Stop calling you You're not empathetic. You weren't empathetic towards anybody. You just wanted to come on and shit on Cherry. Stop with this empath bull. Dude, every time, MrGirl does this too. Anytime somebody says they're empathetic, I immediately like, haha, okay, sure. Dude, fucking bullshit. Nobody's fucking empathetic. That is, it is such an unbelievably rare quality to have an actual empathetic person. This is not it.
I think Erudite's an empathetic person. Who else do I think is an empathetic person? Yeah, I think Erudite's a pretty good example of an empathetic person. I know there was somebody else that I quite liked for empathy. Fuck. I'll remember it while the stream is going.
Bitch. This bitch who I already don't like because she already sucks to me.
Wicked Supreme. I think Supreme is pretty damn good, but I don't think he's Erudite level. And I thought there was another person who was Erudite level. Eris? To be honest, I don't remember enough of this stuff. It seems like I might be off about Supreme though, because 9 niggas inside of my chat were like, "Oh yeah, Supreme," across the various different things. So.
To me, she already sucks.
That's like the bias moving towards a direction. And I love that for you. So I think that's fair. That's all fair.
It's not fair.
I guess I just so that's
how is it different?
Right?
I don't know.
I just think Max.
Oh, I got it. Chud Logic.
An adult who can stand up for himself. I don't think
it's a bad joke.
Or you have to. I think it's nice that you
it's
want
a bad
to.
Joke.
But I think even in the conversation.
Oh, genuinely, it's kind of. After hanging out with him and kind of getting to know, I'm not sure if he would like this interpretation or this read on him. I actually think IRI is a very down-to-earth, chill guy about understanding other people's perspectives. I think IRI is super good about that, especially after hanging out with him personally.
Why did this?
Max actually handled that above reproach. Like he handled that conversation.
He had to.
That doesn't matter.
What do you? Yeah.
But this is
he always has to.
He wanted to navigate it.
As a streamer, he did well. As a person, he felt abandoned.
Okay, as a person,
How do you know that? God, it's so cringe. Oh God, her obsession with Max is actually so fucking cringe. Holy shit. Okay.
Abandoned. We're streamers. So all of our people do this
Okay, great.
to us.
But I don't see.
Who joined?
Hi.
Is that Stardust?
Stardust.
Oh, okay. What's up?
Hi. Who's that? It's Stardust. She sounds like she's on PBS, dude. She sounds like she's like a PBS fucking Sesame Street character. Hi, it's Stardust.
Hi. I was wondering. I was wondering. Do you think you well, okay, if he will agree, only if he'll agree. I just want to kind of close the book, I guess. and have like one last conversation.
The
with,
best thing you can learn in life is to never look for closure. I would leave it alone. If you want to and you want to ask them, I'll do it. But like, that's in my personal opinion, yeah, seeking closure is almost always a mistake. You're just
Few times have I had more respect for the for anybody, let alone the Brother Destiny. But this is absolutely true, 100% true. Few takes have ever been uttered that are more based than this one. Absolutely true. Looking for closure IRL, that is a pot of gold that you will never find at the end of the rainbow. That's just not gonna happen.
it's never gonna find what you're looking
it's
for.
not. Yeah, it's not a. I know it's not going to be like what I want, I guess. But I know it's just going to. I guess I think like one last time would be good. One last conversation would be good.
What are you looking for? What is your goal? What do you think you're gonna get out of it?
Dude, wait, I want to make a note of something. I'm always worried that when I go into Destiny's chat, I'm catching him at a hot moment or maybe a moment, and he's just going to tell me to get the fuck out, you fucking loser, or something like that. Stardust came at one of the most heated I've seen Destiny. He was fucking cooking. And he's chill, he's cooled off, he's having a rational conversation with her. That's crazy. That's crazy. Nah, Destiny won't. Yeah, I know. It's like... there's no real way to explain it out. Like, I know how it looks, but how it feels, like when I'm like hovering over the join Discord button, it's like, it's a big who asked. That's how I feel. When I'm going to join Destiny's Discord, it feels like who the fuck asked, right? And I'm about to join and be like, yo, Destiny, you want to talk about this? And then people just, who let this guy in? Who asked? You know, that's what it feels like to me. Right? Is it just, yeah, I don't know. Just never join when he plays League.
I just need to like hash some things out with him, I guess. So, things that like, I guess issues he has with me, the reasoning behind things, issues I have with him, stuff like that. So.
We're doing viewer call-ins? Yeah, obviously.
But why? If the relationship is over, why?
I mean, I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll message you.
Okay. Good luck. I love you, babe.
Yeah.
Bye.
I don't see you guys as streamer when we're talking.
Right.
I'm not reading chat. I'm not thinking about how I'm on. I'm seeing you guys as people. When I'm having a conversation with Max, with Steven, I'm not thinking about how many people are watching this. I'm thinking I need to make sure that these people.
But Max is.
Sure,
He's thinking about
but
it.
that's not my responsibility. That's not my value
But
system.
that's what I'm saying. You're giving him an out but he's the one who's literally doing it all perfectly orchestrated. He even said it in the stream yesterday. Let me take care of myself because I have to like brand myself appropriately. Like he is manipulating the audience to see his side, which is fine. That's what all streamers do.
You have to. Yeah.
Right. But
Please
I'm saying
join the calls. I can't stand this man still
I'll
building
I'll
these
sacrifice
ugly ass
myself.
factories.
Why is Max not
But
important
he
to
doesn't
you?
want. No, he
It's
doesn't.
not that it's not that it's him.
No, he didn't want you to.
Yeah, he asked you to stop.
To love on Max best in that moment would be to honor his wishes about how the conversation went.
Lav is going to have an excuse. Hold on, let's see if I can make one prediction. She's going to say, I think that he actually did want me to defend him, but he didn't want to say it because it would have made him look bad.
Oh, straw waffle, that is
his
true.
wishes
Then maybe it
were
was
that
selfish.
he.
Oh,
Maybe.
no, okay, she admitted it. No, maybe,
sounds
maybe,
like
but okay, she
sometimes
got there a
we
little bit.
Maybe it
Okay.
was selfish.
defense, and it's way more about us than other people.
And that could be fully true, but I could tell. Maybe I'm gonna do the MrGirl. I could tell how he was feeling.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I
Then,
believe
yeah.
you.
All right.
I believe you that he was feeling that way, but he had already, as an adult, told you, this is what I'm wanting in the conversation. If you wanted to caretake his emotions, then do it privately.
I don't know if you watched Destiny back when he played League with Mr. Mooten, but your princess used to join, and you could always hear Mooten be, he's always hated it, and it was super funny. I do remember those old days, yeah.
He already told you publicly how he wanted to handle it.
I am a very codependent person, and I like that about myself.
God, that word.
So,
Wait, codependent's toxic though. Don't you want
So,
interdependent? Don't you want interdependent? Is that a
No,
joke?
I'm not codependent in that way, but like I like that. I think I really
I don't know what that means. I don't know what codependent versus interdependent means.
value my empathy, and I really value my caretaking role. So not necessarily codependency, but I really value the nurturing aspect of my personality that wants to help people when they're in a place like
Low-key has
Have you-
PTSD
wasn't
over
for
Lav.
Max, it was
Holy
wait, that's
shit.
great. Have you,
You need to
have
unplug,
you
homie.
told Max about his consent, about whether or not he'd like that energy dynamic with you? Because that's a possibility, but you have to negotiate it, right? Because you can't mother people unconsensually. So like, have you?
I don't think I was mothering him. I don't think I was mothering him.
You just said
You were trying to stand up for him.
Right, you were
and,
trying to
like,
stand up for him,
caretake his
protect him.
emotions.
Right,
nurture.
but like, you should negotiate a formal relationship with him so you can do
Maybe.
that without breaking his consent. Because yesterday it was like pretty consent breaking, right? An accident. You didn't mean to do it.
Sure.
You know, but it kept happening because he kept asking you. So what do you think about that? Like, is that too BDSM? Am I projecting my BDSM negotiation skills onto people right now?
No, that sounds like a conversation that we probably should have. It makes
He's a
me
pretty direct
deeply
person,
uncomfortable though.
Why?
Yeah.
If this is less, I'm sorry. Hold on. I need to think for a moment.
God, your
If this
brain is so
le-
small.
Less than 48, or would it be 148 because it's connected to this? Whenever it's less than 148, I need to load up enough to fill this up.
All right,
That's
so Lav joins the call here in a second. Here we go.
Show me your camera.
It's when people are harassing
Oh, no.
someone else and use "I'm codependent" as
Oh,
an
no.
excuse. I don't know what codependent even means.
Hold on, I'm
You think
trying to
mothers are
find this
codependent?
information.
That's a bit.
okay. What's up?
I love
the
Factorio.
framing of this as
You're
like
cringe.
drama has me stressed out.
Good. Feel stressed because you have no problem running your mouth on 15 other fucking channels about this quote unquote drama. So, Dan, if you say
Jesus.
retarded shit, I'm permabanning you from here. And I'm gonna drive to your fucking house because I know exactly where you fucking live. I'll be there in 15 minutes. Okay? You're not gonna have anything to sell. Okay.
He fucking leaves.
Go ahead.
I think that we can. This is dramatic and to some extent, right?
Yeah,
But
of course it is. Yeah, you're running around
yes.
talking shit. That's drama.
I'm not talking shit, Steven.
You are
Fucking
talking
relax.
shit, but go ahead.
When have I talked shit? What did I say?
Even if I brought up exactly what you said, your next response would be go, oh, tee. Okay, yeah, maybe I did say that. The way that you characterize me as a bluthering fucking moron.
All right, please, everyone, if you're in here, please like the stream. All right, it really helps boost the algorithm to be able to help me out. I really hate constantly doing these things, but it's really important because this is the only place that I have to be able to get organic growth. I really hate it for the people that have been inside of my chat this entire time. I really do want to keep it brief. That you know, it is very important for the growth of the channel, for new people coming in, for new people to be able to find my content. If you would like to stream, YouTube's been pushing the streaming thing really hard. Random people who might not even be engaged with politics, might not know anything about the situation I'm talking about, will probably get pushed to stream if we get some likes on this. So I would appreciate it very much if you would like to stream. If you want to help me out. If you don't want to help me out, that's fine. If you just want to hang out and watch this shit, maybe you're using it as a Destiny waiting room. It is what it is. No disrespect to you. But just, if you would like to help me, I would really appreciate it. And thank you to the 60 people, I think. 60 people that just liked the stream after that shout out. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. And the way that your character's like, oh, he just doesn't care about me and he's being mean. And the whole reason his community hates me is because of that one time he insulted me, like, is all absolutely.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. And if you watch the whole conversation I had with Brittany, I didn't say that.
You even said
I actually-
personally to me, you said that one phrase that I said to you was a big reason why you were getting.
Emboldens your community, which is just true.
If
I'm
it
sure that-
emboldens it, it's responsible for 1% of the emboldening.
Sure.
Okay,
To
but that's
whatever
not what you're.
degree.
Don't say sure.
then-
That's not what you are pretending. You're pretending
Well, no,
like it's
I think
Matt, like,
more-
oh my god, I'm
I
getting
think
all
it's
this hate
more.
because of Destiny. Yeah, but you're wrong.
I don't think I'm wrong, and I don't think that you can prove to me that you're right.
I know that I'm right because I've told you a million times what gets you the
No,
most
you
hate.
don't-
And I've told you, and I see it happening over and over and over and over again. Or just for the purposes to sticky note it on the conversation. Yes, hold on, let me say it real quick.
No. Because here's the problem.
He's gonna. Oh, dude. This is what happened last time when he dropped the B bomb. Okay, the B bomb was dropped at a moment exactly like this. Flashbacks are happening right now. We'll take a look at the footage. Let's see. Let's get the play-by-play. Okay, we're sailing in uncalm waters.
You think that I'm counting every single bit of criticism or everything about me on your subreddit as misogyny, and I've repeatedly said I don't think that that's the case. I think that 80% of it is probably pretty constructive. Even if I don't, like, a lot of these people are mostly just giving me, like, feedback on, like, how to win in debates or how to, like, talk smoother or how to be more logical, right? Which is, like, fine. Even if I don't necessarily want to do that because I don't like being in the debate sphere, right? I'm more of, like, a talker than, like, a I need to be right person. But I appreciate the criticism nonetheless because it
Listen to her, and I believe her. This was part of the reason why I wanted to have a conversation with her. She can't do both. You can't do both in the way that she's doing. If she wants to just be a talker and not be a debater, that's fine. Go do what Pokelols does and play video games and be enjoyable. I'm sure she could be incredible. She has a knack for networking, for interacting with different communities and engaging with them in what I would consider to be a very constructive way for her stream. She should do that. Do what like gaming streamers do, excuse me. Do what like Your Age does. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, you could have valuable input. Here though, you're not going to be able to do what you keep doing. She's making claims. She's making statements, moral statements about people, and is saying, like, okay, I don't want to figure out how to get more logical. It's like, okay, cool. Then you have to stop saying the things that you do, because you're going down the Ethan Klein like pipeline here, where you're wanting to make incredibly bold claims for, you know, soy points, but you are unwilling to take the criticism necessary to improve, to make your predictive capabilities better, to make it so that way your reasoning is more sound. You're refusing all of that advice, and you cannot cohabitate. You can't do that. You can't coexist with people in this environment and to have that kind of a perspective. You have to not do that. Like she can exist in DGG. She just can't have any of the opinions that would probably be pretty foundational to being in DGG, you know, outside of, you know, specific guest appearances.
They want me to get better, right? That's fine. Even if they say it in a mean way, that's fine.
Okay, that's great that you're saying this right now, but when you're on other platforms, you're saying things like, "Oh, well,
week ago.
well, his audience has like a lot of gripers in it."
A week ago.
Okay.
Okay, exactly.
My audience does have a lot of gripers in it. What a weird statement to say. You spend more time on alt-right griper platforms than I do. Do you understand that?
Okay, Steven.
Does she really?
Sure, but
You're
I'm
not
not
even gonna-
interacting
oh,
with
sorry,
as,
okay.
I'm not interacting with as many males as you. First of all, so I think
Oh no, this is not the argument she wants to make. Oh Jesus, why would you say?
think in a space that is dominated mostly by males, there's going to be a little bit of misogyny that's bred more than if an all-female space.
Okay, you just totally pivoted away from the original claim.
No,
but
and
go
you
ahead.
didn't let me finish. You didn't let me fucking finish. First of all, so even if 80% of the criticism is valid, 20% of it is so fucking loud, and they're posting pictures of me without my makeup on. They're telling me to go back to sex work, that I should just shut my fucking mouth.
Okay,
that I
hold
look
on.
better with a
So
cock in
now
my
you're
mouth.
conflating
Like,
Twitter
all this
comments
shit-
with upvoted Reddit comments, because people aren't upvoting these types of comments on my subreddit. If people are saying shit like that, that generally gets massively downvoted. Number one. So, and number two, I can't account for random tweet. Yeah. Okay, show me.
No, it's definitely.
Oh. Oh Allah, Allah. This is what I mean. It's okay for her to make these kinds of mistakes. It's okay. As long as the stakes are low. It's about GTA 5 RP, and she's saying some shit like, I don't know, you stole my cat. I don't know what the fuck you do in GTA RP. Right, you did some stupid shit to me in GTA RP. No, I didn't. Whatever, lying, but nobody cares. Stakes are low. In this, though, there's a little bit of stakes here, you know? So, I think she's just in the wrong environment unless she wants to change how she acts. You stole my cat? Can you do that?
Definitely happening more on Twitter, sure, but this
Okay,
is still
I can't help
DGG.
you engage
This is
with
still your fan.
You don't know that. You have no idea. This was the point that I made to you when you.
Oh, dude, she's doing the thing that other people do, where they'll say like, Destiny, your fans are harassing me, and be like, okay. Or I'll ask, okay, how do you know? I've had multiple, I think I've had 3 different conversations with individuals that have said this before, because they'll come into my chat. I don't seek them out, but they'll come into my chat and they'll be like, Destiny's fans harass me. And I'll be like, cool, let's come into Discord. Let's talk about it. And I'll be like, okay, how do you know they're Destiny fans? And they'll just be like, well, they just say stuff that sounds like stuff Destiny would say. I'm like, okay, what? And then it'll be like, just because they're a liberal. And it's like, okay. And then you get these weirdos that just doing some bizarre shit like the Matty Cakes person where they're faking logs. They're faking logs. Or like the people that submit DMs where it's like, haha, I'm from DGG. Fuck you, you're a piece of garbage. I hope you die, or something. And it's like, you really think that's an authentic DGG attack? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ha, you're a piece of garbage, signed DGG member X1XX Fire X Soul X. Like, you really think that's legitimate?
DM'd me, and you were like,
yes, that's me. Whiplash is like, yeah, that was me. Wait, guys, that was me. That was me. Yeah, that was me, dude.
look at all the hate that I'm getting on Twitter right now. Bro, you just spent like 4 hours fighting with a whole bunch of people in Chud Logic's Discord, and you're blaming all the interactions on my community?
Okay. First of all, you literally, again, I showed you, it was less than 45 minutes, and it was like, it was to 2 people.
It was 4 pages of you talking and arguing and fighting.
It was 45 minutes, and it wasn't 4 fucking pages. It was like 30 fucking messages. You're blowing it so out of proportion, and you're trying to make me look like the crazy psycho, and I'm not going to let you because I'm not the crazy psycho.
Oh my god, the gaslighting terminology. You guys have been psych poisoned. It was a mistake introducing any psych terms whatsoever to your entire fucking generation. I'm not trying to convince you of a
base take after base takes it. That is too based for mortal consumption, dude. Too base. That's off limits, bro. That is off limits.
different reality. I'm not trying to convince you of something. What I'm telling you is that when you come to me and you say, I'm going to publicly condemn, I'm super relaxed right now. I'm going to publicly condemn your entire community because a couple of randos on Twitter that aren't representative of what's upvoted in your subreddit, and you know that stuff that isn't allowed in my chat room, and you know that, stuff that doesn't even show up in my YouTube thumbs up comments, and you know that, but instead you're going to do the thing where everybody does where they go, 4 or 5 people on Twitter are saying really mean things to me. I think it's your community. Bro, you spend so much time in Griper platforms. That's one of the things that Cherry got mad at you for making racist jokes when you guys were on a fucking Griper talk show. And you're gonna say that Griper?
Yeah, that shit was weird. Anybody don't remember that shit? That shit was weird. What she said, that shit was weird. Yeah, it was weird.
In my community, and you're gonna blame my community for the feedback you get on Twitter? That doesn't make any sense. And it paints me and my community in a horrible light when you do it. And then you try to bond with other people making the same claims when that's not true.
I'm not trying to bond with anyone. My conversation that I had with Max last night, I was validating how he felt because I also feel it. But I also, in the chat with Max, said that it's not necessarily your fault. And so if I'm going to come into your house, I'm opening up my...
Context irrelevant. She came to Chud's Discord despite no one mentioning her, and she started attacking everyone and got owned. Any evidence of that? I wrestle weaves. Any clips? What did she say? Oh, okay. Yeah, I should probably explain what she... Yeah, no. It was inappropriate of me. That was actually very inappropriate of me to imply that, she said something very weird about race without, explaining what she said. So, there was a couple of groypers, and anybody doesn't know what groypers are, they're like alt-right people. They like legitimately believe that like black people are inferior and brown people are inferior, you know, white supremacists. And I believe Stardust and Cherry were on this panel arguing against groypers. I know at least Stardust was, arguing against these. I think Stardust was. I don't remember. But they were arguing against these groypers, and Lav decided to join, and she hadn't said anything for quite a bit of time, and literally it was like, it was bad. I think, yeah, Stardust was there, I'm pretty sure, and one of these groypers was just saying, shut up, you're ugly because you're brown, I think, to Stardust and shit, just straight up being racist and shit. But Stardust can take it on the chin, because she's fucking built that way, and so she's, you know, taking just straight up racism. And Lav's bright idea, while this blatant racism is happening, is for her to say, I think it was, I just came here, but I'm black and slow. And I don't know if it bears mentioning, Lav is not black. Now, slow is up to interpretation, but she decided to just make a joke like that in the middle of that room for no reason. I have no idea why. It was super fucking weird. I hope somebody can get the clips, that way I can show you exactly how weird. If somebody has the clip, I would love to show it. But it was super weird for her to come into a room where there was legitimately racist people, white supremacists, and for her to make a joke that's pretty much saying black people are slow, and she's not even black. Like, it's even for a even if I went in there, I was like, I'm sorry, I've got to catch up to speed. I'm black and slow. Like, that could be seen as weird. Maybe it may not in some context, but with her not being black, it was quite weird to put out there. So yeah, that's the context.
Myself to all the criticisms
It's
of
a Jesse. Yes, it is the Jesse Lee Peterson meme. The Jesse Lee Peterson meme is, hold up, you're gonna have to explain that to me again. I'm black and slow, which is to just, you know, it's kind of like a joke that he says to kind of edge over the humor. But it's really weird because Lav isn't black to be able to say that. To say that in a room full of... Let me put it this way. I've grown up with racist white people. White people say that shit to just make fun of black people. They'll do that. Oh, wait, repeat that. You know, I'm black. Wait, hold up. One more time. I didn't hear you. I'm black. Like, it comes off in a racist manner. It does. But... she's young. She's young, I guess. Does being 24 give you an excuse for the... I don't know, bro. You tell me.
audience knowing that you cannot control them and that I
Wait,
cannot
you're
control...
black? Bruh, I've been saying nigga all the time. You think it... Wait. Hey, listen, bruh. I've been saying it like the whole stream, dude. What do you think?
You to control them.
Hold on, stop.
So
Let me get a clear statement on you. I just want to hear for a fact for what you're saying right now, because what you just said is totally different than you said in the past. So you're saying right now that my audience is not my fault. My audience is not my fault. You don't think that it... So when you messaged me, you're like, oh, well, when you said this, it ramped up how your audience treated me. You didn't mean that at all? Or what do you mean it's not my fault at all?
I mean, we can go through those messages because I feel like I was pretty, like, if you want to release those messages, I feel like I was pretty level-headed in the way I was like, this is how I feel right now. Like, I don't want to make this your problem. I had said that to you.
Are you biracial? I'm going to do this fast because there's a lot of people that don't want to hear this. I'm triracial. I am half black, quarter Native American, and a quarter Mexican. Quarter Hispanic. So yeah, I'm a trifecta of oppression.
When okay, oh my god. When you say no stop. When you say an I feel statement, what is the purpose of that?
To let you know how I feel.
Yes, the purpose of an I feel statement is to communicate a feeling in a way that avoids attacking a person, right? That's the point of an I feel statement. You can't say something like, I feel like your community is full of gripers that attack. That's not an I feel statement. So we weren't just talking about your feelings.
Yeah,
if you would have messaged me and was like, hey, I feel bad about this or that or that.
Pay me your reparations in the form of YouTube likes. Like the stream, please. Really, though. It actually helps me out. Like, genuinely, it helps me out. Money is cool, too. Don't give me... Hey, listen. Hey, listen. I'm not going to fight you on that. But it really does help the stream out a lot to like the stream. Because it helps get organic growth to the stream. They're in the middle of the conversation, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you so much if you liked the stream. Thank you to the 30 people who just liked the stream after I shouted that out. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it.
That would be okay. That's not my problem. The issues are the claims that you're making about me and my communities. That's the thing that's upsetting to me.
I told you this today also. Like, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that you even have groypers in your community. I just think that it
Oh
puts
my
me
god,
at-
the pivot!
I said this to you, dude. Don't fucking do that. I'm not fucking pivoting.
You
I mentioned
are.
this earlier.
My
I literally
issue-
said it's
if you-
neutral to have groypers in your fucking
it's
community.
not
It is
neutral. Stop lying!
is.
You're lying to me!
Message you. I will read the fucking.
I don't
messages.
care about
Fuck
your
off.
messages. When you say on one platform, Destiny's community is misogynistic to me because groypers are there, you can't come and talk to me later and say, you having groypers in your community is neutral. That's not the same thing.
It was a 30-minute conversation, and you're making it into a fucking statement.
I'm going
That's not
piece
what
by
I
piece through the
said.
things that you're
Okay,
saying.
Then let me. No, you're not going piece by piece because you haven't watched the whole fucking VOD. You haven't watched the whole conversation. So let me.
Dude, this is another thing because if she's still up for it, I should be having a conversation with Lav in about 7 hours. So literally after I stop this stream, I gotta go to sleep instantly and then wake up to have this conversation. So I'm gonna, if she doesn't cancel, which she absolutely can't. She's had a stressful day and week. Honestly, she's a pretty stressful week. Wouldn't surprise me if she cancels, and I don't think it's that big of a deal. But look, I want to have a conversation about this because this is a really big problem that a lot of people, really big issue that a lot of people get into. And I'm sure people already know where I'm going with this, where people will say things like this, where she'll make an inaccurate claim and then say, no, you don't know the full context of like the reason I said this or the reason I did this. But the full context it's not material to the critique. It's a really big issue that people have that doesn't allow them to grow based off of things. Taking a very large argument piece by piece is the only way to have a conversation about it. You can't talk about the whole context at once. It's just not physically possible. So taking things, yes, piece by piece, and then talking about the context that's relevant to that piece is pretty important. So yeah, there's a lot of people that get stuck in this. I think she's getting stuck in this kind of a mentality right here. I've seen people like Ethan Klein is a really good example of somebody who gets caught in the weeds constantly of being able to say, oh, there's more context, but when other people are involved, he's perfectly happy not looking into the context, right? So he'll cry context when it's him, but not for other people. It's a whole thing.
Let me tell you what I meant. Or if I said
people like Lav can't take things piece by piece, their brains don't work that way. They only got the big picture stuff, which is why I want to talk to her about some of this stuff and be like, hey, look, because this isn't the first time she had this disagreement with Destiny. I remember explicitly she had a disagreement where she said, well, I have multiple reasons for believing this. Destiny asked for one, and she started to give off more than one, right? And then Destiny's like, nope, stop. I need you to do this, and I need you. We need to focus on one at a time. And then she started freaking out because she said that, like, it's a whole thing. I have more reasons and stuff. But that's not, again, how conversations work. So I feel like if I could maybe reach some kind of understanding with her that is how ideas need to be explored. That's the only way ideas can be explored. You cannot talk about 5 or 6 different points that somebody has for believing something in an effective manner at once. It's not possible. I can't go like, you like the color green because it reminds you of grass, it reminds you of trees, it reminds you of I don't know, when you were a child, I don't know, like a certain broccoli your mom used to make, your color of your father's car, who you love your father, like, and shit. I can't talk about all 5 of those or 4 of those things simultaneously. That can't happen. So you need to take it piece by piece, right? It's not a good example of something that I would actually argue about, but you understand what I'm saying.
How about this? How about we just watch? How about we
You
just
can
watch?
fix her? No, I have no intention of fixing her. What my intention is to educate her on the amount of work that would be needed to coexist with people in the environment in the way that she is. I think I don't think I'm going to be able to, because the amount of work that she needs to do to be able to operate at the levels that she's trying to operate inside of the political space is way too much. I'm not going to be able to guide her through that. I don't really even want to guide her through that. All right, that takes a lot of fucking work, right? Because she's starting at like Sneeko, I would say damn near Sneeko levels. I mean, I think Melina was right. I think she's starting at Mitch Jones levels, and I wouldn't even know where to begin on that. the whole point is to go like, hey, just so you know, you're not going to stumble your way into being able to like coexist inside of the way that you are. You're going to have to make big changes to the way that you view all argumentation, dialogue in general, and the things that are appropriate and inappropriate to say. You're going to have to make very big changes to your life, to your speech while you're in this environment, or you're just not going to be able to engage with the environment in the way that you have been. You're going to have to like choose to instead only engage with Destiny's community, kind of similar to Mr. Mooten, which is hopping in, playing games, maybe talking about a couple political topics, but like generally being that cool person that comes through the stream every once in a while, kind of talks about life, hangs out for a bit, maybe plays some video games, shoots the shit, right? That's probably going to be the extent of your participation, is just kind of hanging out and talking about life and stuff like that. But talking about these topics just ain't in the cards for you if you're not willing to put in the work.
How about you watch that section of the video? We can just do that if you want, and we can talk about that.
30 minutes long. It's
Okay, we can watch the 1 or 2 minute segment where you talk about that. Or is this a Jordan Peterson argument? You can't understand what's the whole thing.
No, I already did.
Hey, look, he picked up on it. The same thing I picked up on it. Yeah, it's I don't even know if Jordan, I don't remember if Jordan Peterson does this, but I know it's a really big problem that a lot of people get into, where it's like, well, you don't have enough context. You haven't watched 500 streams of mine, so you don't have enough context to know why I'm joking.
I just listened to you talk about it. People are tagging me on fucking Twitter, showing me it. I know what I said. I said that that everyone in your community is debate bros, that you have groypers in your community, that there's a lot of misogyny. Those things can be true, and also it can be true that I know that that you can't control it, that's also maybe not the space that I want to be in. Where we got to with me and Brittany's conversation is maybe I'm just like I'm too sensitive for the debate sphere. Like,
okay.
I like to have conversations, but there's just too much like pinning each other to viewpoints, and that's like not where I am right now. I don't have like a strong grasp on something that I could like fight for.
Okay.
Exactly. And I don't think anybody has an issue with this. The only issue that people have is when she acts like she does. She walks, talks, and speaks in such incredible ways. I just said the same thing twice. I'm kind of a little bit flustered about it. Everything that she does comes off as somebody that's like us, and I say us as in people in Twitch politics. She comes off as though she is somebody who has thought about a position and who is saying it because of the level of confidence that she has in the statement. Her choice of words when she makes these statements comes off as if, yeah, this is the case. And it's like, okay, so let's talk about it. But according to her own words, pretty consistently, I think this is the third time I've heard her say something similar to this, she doesn't want to be treated that way. She doesn't want to be treated as though her words are true to the ideas that she's espousing. It's just that's the way she feels at the moment. And she needs to completely change her vocabulary if this is how it works. Are you still interested in proof of Lav attacking people on Chud's Discord randomly? Yes, I am.
And I've been trying.
Don't forget her using being Jewish as an excuse for her shitty personality. Lol, I'm Jewish and that stuff is disgusting. And this, I don't know anything about that. I haven't seen her use her ethnicity as a shield. Can I show these on stream? I Wrestle Weebs, your career in my chat is on the line here. Can I show these on stream? Is there anything TOS in them? This is goes for 5 or 6 more pages. Oh, I see. Yes? Okay, let's take a look. Alright, so apparently she joined Shud Logic's server, and then this happened. Lav, did you ever think just for once that maybe you're just an unlikable bitch? Well, Jesus, okay. I think they're coming in pretty heavy. I'm sure you're extremely likable. I think that's a decent response to that. I think she could have been meaner even. That's why you're on Discord all day. Not the greatest bash, but, you know, it's doable, I guess. Lav is loved around here. Uh-oh. Woke up at like 6 p.m., but I was on Discord all day. Nothing is so fucking deep. These creators are people. You aren't. Smile. You're acting like a bunch of pussies with parasocial relationships. Be fucking normal. Streamers are mentally ill subhumans. I think I like this person. Wait. Aw, this bitch. Kinda true. Like Steven and MrGirl are your Kardashians. That is kind of true. Get fucking real. I don't watch MrGirl. Unless he's on something with Daddy Destiny or Mama Chud. Talk about the content, homie. Homie, you had the most unhinged defense of MrGirl ever caught on stream. Talk about the content? What the fuck are you even saying right now? But it's your fucking soul? Is she on some crystals right now? Wait, what? Oh, was that the next post? Was that not how Imgur works? Oh, is this the next post? You know you're a lol cow, right? Tell me you're at least self-aware. I can't. There's no more to this, right? Yeah, okay.
You're presenting yourself as a victim.
What the fuck are...
I've been in Chud's Discord. It's a shit show. Lots of memers and trolls. Hard to take those people at face value. I don't know shit about it. Yeah.
Are you talking about?
The problem is
I don't think that was. I don't think she was disruptive at all. I think she could have been way more mean to those people. I mean, getting called a bitch like that, I think she could have been way more mean and still been perfectly morally acceptable to me. I think that's a big old thing of nothing to me.
you not being ready for debate spheres and people trying to pin blah, blah, blah. The problem is you coming on and shitting on other people and crucifying people over shit that you change your mind on the next day. That's why people get upset. It's not like it's like, oh man, like, I don't know, like I'm just undecided and blah, blah, blah. That's fine if you're undecided. I'm going to repeat this for the 5th time, and I was going to pin this at the start of the conversation. People aren't mad at you because you're undecided. They're mad at you because you're undecided on a topic. You come into a platform, then you attack other people on it, and then the next day you change your mind on it. People are like, well, what happened to all the conviction that you had when you were shitting on people like Brittany and Madame Genevieve and other people before?
Steven, shut the fuck up. Dude.
Oh, hold on. Don't talk to me like that. Take that back.
No.
Did you tell me to shut the fuck up? You weren't like this when we were talking in person. You said shut the fuck up to me. Take that back.
Do you want to have
No. He's gone. He's gone, dude. He's not the man he used to be. He's given up on this conversation, dude. It's over.
You're acting like a child. Do you want to
You just said shut the fuck up to me. Take that back.
Steven, stop. What are you doing, dude? Come on.
I wonder the same thing sometimes when you're talking to me. Go ahead.
Like, what? Why are you doing this?
Stunlocked IRL, bro. Stunlocked IRL. Unlucky.
To demonstrate how ridiculous it is when you get really mad when I call you a bitch and you call Cherry a bitch like 50 fucking times in the same conversation.
Okay, no, this is the problem. First of all, I was slightly mad that you called me a dumb bitch. It wasn't that big of a fucking deal.
You were
I was
super
upset
mad
about it. No, I wasn't super mad, but it definitely hurt my feelings, and we have a different relationship than me and Cherry do. But also, if you watch the VOD of me talking to Erudite and Brittany, I literally talk about I'm too sensitive for the space. I can definitely dish out more than I can take, and that's probably why I'm not great here. I took accountability.
You're not no, that's not. First of all, you never take accountability, even with how you describe my community. Oh, the reason why I mean is because they're debate.
Yes, I do.
My bad. I can't finish a single sentence. Go ahead, Queen. Say everything you need to say. I'm so sorry for interrupting.
Oh my god, dude. Woo!
I thought
this man has given up on this conversation. I'm gonna be honest, okay? He is not. Yeah, this is not gonna be. There's no way this is gonna be a productive conversation. It's not possible. It's not possible. I like it because I honestly I think she's kind of deserved it inside of the context of like how this has worked. I think Destiny's been pretty lighthearted when it comes to shit like this with her, given the criticisms.
It was my turn to speak. Go ahead.
You're not hearing me.
I am hearing you. I'm listening to.
You're wanting to get dubs. You're wanting to get dubs for your fucking audience, and you're like not.
Like, yeah, look at this. She's still doing it. She's like, you want to get dubs for your audience here, and it's like, she's still doing the thing where she's making accusations or making points that I'm sure she would not be able to, like, if he's like, okay, how am I just trying to get a dub here? How isn't it that I'm trying to explain, you know, X, Y, and Z to you? And then she'll just end up flip-flopping on it. it's very difficult. She's saying things that she can't back up that probably feel right to her, but that's what she's
Look,
doing.
you're not like paying attention to the conversation.
Why did she even show up? What makes her entitled to this space? She made it up. Brandan. Wait, Brandan? Am I saying that right? I'm gonna call you Kelly. I apologize. You ain't want to be called that. Kelly, look, they have permissions inside of the Discord, and as far as I know, Destiny allows anybody with permissions inside the Discord to join, and he's happy to let them through. So I think she does have the capabilities to be able to go through it.
You're not paying attention to what I'm saying to you. You're trying to paint me like extremely uncharitably. I'm trying to have a conversation with you.
I am the most charitable person you will ever talk to for the rest of your life on the internet. Don't even, that is the most ridiculous thing you've ever said, okay? You're never gonna find—
Oh, in the streamer space. I don't think she does feel, well, maybe she does feel entitled to the streamer space. I think that what she's saying is that she wants to interact with this kind of community, but she doesn't know if she can. And this is why I want to have a sit down with her and be like, look, you can if you want to. You just need to make some big changes. I don't think there are any changes, all of the changes she would need to make, she's willing to make. I don't think she's willing to make the changes necessary. I don't think she has what it takes. But I feel like that would be really important to tell her.
Somebody that will give you the amount of charitability that I've given you, okay? Number one. Number two, I do hear what you're saying.
He's literally gotten heat because he's gone too easy on her over a period of time. I think that is agreeable for him on this. But I would say that Destiny's like tone though of the past has been him giving up on the conversation. I don't think this conversation can be productive from this point. Maybe if he resets really hard, but I don't think the conversation is going to be productive from this point. Not saying that it's unjustified that the conversation isn't productive at this point forward, but I don't think it can be. I think she's in full defense mode. I think she's got her shield up, and she's just going to keep it there for the rest of the conversation. That's my analysis.
And I do understand what you're saying, but you live in Lav world. You can't.
She needs to reset. Actually, well, no. What I'm saying is, even if she was open to changing her mind at this point, miraculously she changed. Then yeah, I would say so.
See a single fucking thing from somebody else's perspective. That's my issue. I'm trying to explain to you my perspective, and you're giving me more details and scenes from Lav world. I know what it looks like in your world. I don't need you to explain it again. If you have a question about anything that you feel, I can explain every single part of it, every aspect and dimension of how you feel. But you can't explain anything from my perspective.
Hold on, we're gonna back up with that. Her worldview is based around navigating from situation to situation rather than having a structured worldview, which is probably not even aware of. Yeah, I completely 100% agree. That is what I want to have a conversation with her about. Honestly, as a woman, the prolonging of Lav this long has changed my perspective of Destiny. How so? Just the Dawn, thank you for the $10. Your community has improved significantly here. Is some black-owned business bucks? Yeah, hey! Wait. Are you trying to say you're a black business owner? Or are you trying to say you're giving it to me because I'm a black man who owns his business? Can't tell. Thank you for the 10, though. The reason why I said what I did, because I am getting some pushback from chat, and first off, I want to just say something. Thank you to everybody who is voicing your opinion, even if it goes against me, and it's kind of especially if it goes against my opinion. Inside of the chat. I do not want a circle jerking chat. That's the last thing that I want, okay? Anybody who knows my Discord or ban policy, it is very generous to individuals who disagree with me. For that reason, I don't want people to circle jerk inside of my chat. But the reason why I said Destiny, unless Destiny hard resets, I don't think there's going to be any progress Lav makes, is because of the recognition that I think a lot of people under this kind of pressure that Destiny is putting them under at this point, not up till now, but at this point and forward, right? I think they just get defensive. I think when people start getting heated in the way that Destiny is, start making, big accusations of kind of stupidity and lack of understanding, they shut down and they just focus on defending themselves. They go into defense mode. I think that's what Lav is probably going to do. And so, yeah, that's what I kind of meant. I think people get defensive pretty naturally, and I think Lav is going to get pretty defensive pretty naturally. I think it takes a special kind of person to sit down and take the kind of the kind of criticism that Destiny is dealing out in the way that he's dealing it out right now. I think prior to this conversation, though, I think that she did need to change her stuff and whatever. She could technically be receptive to this, but I think most people would shut down after being criticized in this way. I feel real bad for Destiny here. I feel like he was able to call very early where Lav was at mentally in their first convo, which he got heat for from his community. Now she does. Got you, bro. Thank you. Get caught up on the. You are a black man who owns his business. Yes, yes, I am. But what if the conversation partner is always defensive? Isn't that a big issue with talking to Lav in the first place? Yep. I genuinely believe that. But what I'm saying and what I'm pointing out is at this point, I don't think there's any salvaging this conversation for productivity. I think this conversation either stays where it's at or goes downhill from here. That's kind of my point, right? Because I think Destiny has put her in a position that most people, average people, are pretty incapable of recovering from, which is heavy, consistent criticism. People just get defensive. They start locking up.
Details and scenes from Lav World. I know what it looks like in your world. I don't need you to explain it again. If you have a question about anything that you feel, I can explain every single part of it, every aspect and dimension of how you feel, but you can't explain anything from my perspective.
Steven, this is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm hearing from you. Is that you think that I'm you think that I'm victimizing myself when the real problem is that I have been like pretty aggressive, and then flip-floppy.
Can I list to you? Can I tell you my problems?
Go for it.
Okay, here are my issues, okay?
Yeah.
One, you present me as uncharitable and disingenuous. You do that.
Okay, so I think this could be the reset we need right now, this tone shift, to get us on back on track to possibly getting her in a position where she's less defensive.
In your implications that I'm scared to go hard on some people like Cherry because she's written a twit longer about me. And you imply that I'm disingenuous by saying stupid shit like, well, in real life, you weren't that mean to me because we didn't argue. We didn't have anything to argue about. Of course I wasn't mean to you. Why am I just going to shout at a random person that I'm meeting?
That's not what I was talking about. I was
okay, hold on. I can't even list my grievances. I don't even get to. My bad. My bad. I'm sorry. I thought you were going to let me. You said I was going to, but I guess I don't let you. My bad. Go ahead.
Okay, then
go ahead.
I'll fucking write it down.
Oh, cool. Okay, get a notepad and write it down.
We weren't fucking talking about.
Yeah, so she was still defensive. What can I say, man? I'm trying my best to give her the best that I got, man. I'm trying my best to give her the best that I got.
Whether or not you were nice to me in person. We were talking about in person, you conceded and you literally.
Again, like Shikamaru. Listen. That's a lame comparison. Thank you, Watsaku, for the $5, though. I'll take your money.
Talked about with me that you knew that your fucking community was full of incels and fucking misogynists.
I didn't say there were.
That's just the name of the fucking game.
I didn't say there were.
And that was a conversation.
Oh wait, I forgot. I don't think alerts are alerts working through my stream.
My bad. I'm so sorry. I thought
and
I would
now
get to
you're
talk.
like
my
rewriting
dono
history.
shit?
Okay.
That's what
I
I
don't
brought
think
up,
they
and
are.
that you
Hold
were
on.
like, yeah, people are always gonna fucking do that. And even you can see in the conversations, even on stream, you were like,
Mhm.
yeah, you become a representative of like the whole female population because it's you on stream.
Yep.
And there's so few women here. Like you said that publicly on fucking stream. So, and now you're like all of a sudden moving? Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. You're being flip-floppy. Anyway.
Am I going to get to respond to an actual thing? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
no, I'm going to respond to that. When we spoke in real life, it wasn't like, oh my God, every negative thing you're going to get is because my audience is full of fucking incels and misogyny, blah, 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 blah.
When did I just
oh, my
fucking
bad.
say that,
I thought I got to talk. My mistake.
No, you're
Please,
having a conversation with an invisible fucking enemy. Talk to me about the things that I've talked about.
Damn! Holy
You're having a
shit!
conversation.
Damn! She pulled in 10K niggas. 10K. His viewers is at 10,572. Damn! She could pull a crowd. Are you gonna be dual streaming at some point on YouTube? I would rather support you on YouTube. Probably when I get the GG site going. And I establish whether or not it will get me banned on YouTube to dual stream. No promises, but I do like Twitch. I probably should stay on YouTube. Like, I want people to look at, like, for instance, What's happening right now? I have 653 people in here right now, concurrent watching. This is considerably more than I've gotten on Twitch. I imagine some of these people are probably from DGG, but I imagine some of the people are also probably new, non-native individuals to this stream. And a large part of that has to do with YouTube's algorithm pushing, right? A large part of that has to do with that, right? I don't know what the exact metrics are. I'm sure YouTube has some data, some stats or whatever that would I could probably look at or pull from, but I really like YouTube. I really, really like YouTube. It gives me hope for streaming and organic growth. Even though I don't believe all of this is for organic, I think there's probably a lot of people from DGG, but you know what? It is what it is. Please like the stream. It helps that growth. It helps the algorithm. It helps people find my stream who would otherwise not watch it. It helps me a lot. So thank you to anybody from DGG as well. You're helping me all the same. Even if you're just sitting in here watching, you know, Destiny reruns, you're helping me a lot. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. It's given me a lot of hope. YouTube has given me a lot of hope for growth again.
With an invisible fucking enemy. Talk to me about the things that I've talked about. What are you talking? Dude, you're being so annoying. You're acting like a kid. You're acting like a kid, Steven.
Do I get to speak now? Or are you going to interrupt me again halfway through what I'm trying to explain? Okay. The characterization of what I said was that obviously in my community, there is a lot of misogyny that I'm trying to get rid of, obviously. And there are people in all...
Thank you to the 50 people that like to stream after that shout out. Thank you so much.
All debate spaces that are going to skew heavily towards men and probably like misogynistic content. That's what I'm saying, okay? But you can't, when you utter that, you're not trying to invoke a good faith characterization of my community that I gave in a conversation with you. You're trying to invoke it to avoid responsibility or accountability again. Oh. That's what you do consistently when you say, oh, his community is a Groyper audience. They're misogynistic. And Destiny, you're priming them against me when you call me a dumb bitch. That what you're trying to do is you're trying to avoid, and when you're saying, I can't participate in these communities, they're too harsh and I'm too sensitive and blah, blah, blah. All of these are tools to avoid any accountability for things you said. That's what all of us are. Or at least, at the very least, that's what it feels like to me. What?
Okay. Steven, I've taken accountability. I've been aggressive when I shouldn't have been. I've spoken with too much dogma when I shouldn't have. I know all these things about myself.
Here's the issue. She's done it inside of this conversation. So, so this is something another thing that I really want to talk to her about. I believe her when she says things, I believe her that she believes that she's taking accountability for these things. The problem is, I think that she doesn't have a system of understanding maybe anything, but a system of understanding why she does the things that she does. And that is critical, because when she takes these criticisms, the whole point is to have your system, acknowledge your system. This is why I do X, Y, and Z. So like, for instance, this might be a good example. A lot of lefties will have a system of, I don't criticize X, Y, and Z political position because black people do it, and I don't think it's my place as, let's say, a white person to critique that because I'm not black. They might have that position. And I would go, hey, look, so then let's talk about these, X group of black people. They're doing a really objectively bad thing. Let's say, like, assaulting gay people. Would you say that because you're white, you're not allowed to critique these people? And they would go, well, my previous position was that me as a white person, I shouldn't be critiquing black people and how they live their lives. But it is kind of a good argument that there isn't really a reason why I shouldn't be able to critique black people that are doing objectively bad things. And then they look at their current stance, compare it to the realities and the extensions of their current stance to what it could be. The problem is, I don't think Lav has a current stance. I think she kind of feels things out, and then just when she finds out, oh yeah, the things that I'm currently doing lead to a bad circumstance, she doesn't have a frame of reference or something to build off of and refine She has nothing to refine, no base structure of understanding to refine or change or modify. She just goes, well, I just kind of wanted to do this or say this, and I did, and when it didn't work out, oops, I'll just try again. And so she's just kind of looping. That's what I think is happening. I might be off, but I think that is really consistent with her words and with her actions. Is that she just doesn't really understand why she's doing anything at all.
It's like I don't know
My
what else you
Discord,
want
not
me
yours.
to say.
Don't
Like,
blame me or say that I'm being
not.
You are. You
No,
just
I'm not.
said
I think-
that I'm not
no,
charitable.
I think
You
that-
just
no,
said that I'm
Steven,
priming my audience to hate you by calling you a dumb bitch. You
Stop
just
doing
said.
that fucking voice.
Oh, you're literally
Stop.
doing
Talk
it.
to me like
You're
an
doing it
adult.
right now when you're doing that. You're literally doing it to me. What do you mean? I can't do the same thing? Are you the only one allowed to? Do you have the monopoly on that?
What are you talking about?
Well,
Steven,
just
talk
what
to
I
me
say when
like
you
a
say,
normal
why are you
person.
talking to me like this? You're literally doing it. Do you not see that you're doing exactly that?
No, I feel like I have a woman's voice, and you're like trying to.
You're not
manipulate.
using a woman's voice. You're using the manipulator voice when you get caught doing some dumb shit in a conversation. You're trying to, again, avoid responsibility. That's what you're doing right now. Don't talk to me like this.
Okay, Steven, I've taken responsibility for everything. I think that both things can be true. I think that I can be both unlikable, and also that there is like a derangement syndrome against me on your fucking subreddit. I think that both things can be true, right? I think that I can be flawed and stupid and not get everything right and intentionally smug, but I also think that it can also be true that your audience is fucking insane with me. Both things
My
can be
audience
true.
has like
I don't
definitely
think that makes
tinges.
them, I don't think that makes them.
Hold on. I'm being told this is a premium meme. Wasabi and Psychic Master 22, your credibility is on the line.
With me. That's like a big thing for me, is I need to make men obsessed with me. I need to have that power over them. No matter how many men I make obsessed with me, the hole will not fucking fill. It won't. It's always there's always another guy that I have to make my project. There's always another person I need to make obsessed with me. It will not.
This is what I was talking about. So a brother came in here earlier and that was telling me, like, why did I say that Lav was like a red pill factory? This is the reason why. Like, Fresh and Fit are fucking laughing it up right now about how right they feel about all women, when this isn't even an all women scenario. But people are going to view stuff like this, things that Lav say, and they're going to inform, in their mind, it is going to inform them of how women interact, and it fits their narrative really well, mixed with the whatever shit and shit like that. I just like pushing back on this because a lot of women don't operate in this way. Some do, and of course I'm going to recognize that she's not some unique, fucking never before seen entity, right? My Discord, not yours, but rather she's somebody who she's somebody who is not the majority or anything like that, but kind of like a, how should I explain it? She's an archetype that I don't think is super common, but I also don't think super uncommon. Like, she exists, but not at the levels that the red pill would like you to think. The red pill would like you to think she is every single young woman. Every single young woman operates this way. The red pill says this to be true. I don't believe it.
Phil, I thought my whole life I'd spent, being like, oh, if I find the perfect man who loves me, everything will be okay. He'll save me from myself. And then I found the perfect man, and I'm like, oh, fuck. I still feel it. So what that tells me is it's an internal issue. And so I'm just sublimating it with other things with me. That's like, I'm less right about me being.
I've been saying it all morning. She needs attention. Without it, she will wither on the vine. It seems that way, yeah.
smug, annoying, whatever
Just
the fuck.
so here's
I
like just a
know.
random question, just curious, because I haven't watched the full conversation yet. But in your 30-minute conversation with Max, did you at any point in that conversation say, I think one of the reasons why people don't like me is because I'm very aggressive towards other people, and then I change my opinion like pretty quickly afterwards? Is that a single thing that you ever utter, or is it just constant conversations about
The perfect man is idealization. Some cluster B vibes. I don't know shit about cluster B. But yeah, the perfect person is a meme.
Well, Destiny's really mean to me. He's really bad faith and uncharitable to me. His audience is full of gripers and incels.
Good looks is a hell of a drug. I don't think good looks is what caused this for her. Do I agree that there's a lot of people with good looks that really need validation, kind of ironically? Yeah. Because they grow up and they experience life in a way in which validation is a large part of their life, whether they want it to be or not. And I think that they develop like a kind of entitlement to it, a lot of attractive people. And so when they don't get it, it's like shocking to them. But no offense, but streaming / YouTube tends to attract narcissists and attention seekers, Destiny included. I think streaming does tend to attract those people. Can I hear why you think Destiny is a narcissist and attention seeker? Because I would say off the top of my head, I think I have several streamers, I'm going to be biased, several streamers that I'm friends with that would be not narcissists and attention seekers. Yeah, I can think of several. Rose Wrist, IRI, Booksmarts, Wicked Supreme, these people, you know, I don't think Destiny is. Are you a narcissist? I would say not. Maybe. I don't know. It depends on what... I actually genuinely don't know what a narcissist is, so... I like to hear... I tend to not use psych terms outside of, like, schizo and stuff, just kind of as a meme. But I tend to not use psych terms because I don't really have the education to know what people are and aren't. So I tend to stray away from it.
Which one do you think?
With Max, we talked
Thank you for the 5 CA. Is it CAD? Is that what it is?
about mostly Max with you.
But you
And
also
we
spoke
didn't
about
talk
me and
about-
my community and the way that I treat you. Yes?
Maybe I actually don't remember. Was
Okay.
this was last night?
I'm assuming it was last night or 2 nights ago. I kind of lose track of the days.
I don't know how much time we spent talking about it, but it was not significant.
It might not have been significant, but I watched the minute. It was you saying that, like, yeah, I think that I don't think I can go back on Destiny stream. He's too bad faith and blah blah blah. We can watch the clip if you want.
That. No, I said no. I said for me to protect myself from someone who, because to me it doesn't look like, and I know that we see it differently, but to me, I feel like you're not empathizing with my position.
Number one, not all streamers / YouTubers. Okay, yeah, sure. Even Destiny has commented on his narcissistic tendencies. I don't recall this, so if you could remind me, that'd be cool. He can be condescending when people disagree with him. Is that narcissism? However, he has grown a bit to tolerate disagreement. Joy J, if you want to at some point get inside a Discord and have a conversation about this, this is part of the reason why I have Discord or ban. I'm not going to Discord or ban you, because it's not really something that I consider high enough stakes to warrant such a thing. But I would extend a Discord invitation to you if you want to jump in and have a conversation about that. But if you don't want to jump in and have a conversation about it, I want to ask you about a time that you believe that Destiny commented on his own narcissistic tendencies, said he had narcissistic tendencies, and why you brought up condescending during disagreement, considering the original claim was about narcissistic tendencies and, narcissism and attention-seeking behavior. And, yeah, those would be my things if you don't want to get inside a Discord. I think Destiny is being self-deprecating when he's calling himself a narcissist. It's not a clinical reference. I don't know. I don't remember when he does that or why he does it.
Position because you want to protect your community, which is fine.
No.
But Steven,
Stop.
will
Hold
you
on.
please?
No.
Steven,
You
will
don't
please?
understand how this is Bad Bunny 2.0, okay? You do not understand how fucking frustrating it is for me to treat you with so much charitability and so much good faith that I get railed by my community constantly for it, and then
Yeah, I've seen a lot of comments calling him a simp.
you come back and you say that I'm not treating you with good faith, and then you rail it. I'm getting double fucked.
No,
I've got a
no,
triple-sided dildo coming out of all my fucking holes right now.
I think, okay, Steven, I think that you're being uncharitable to me now.
No, I am been more than
to me.
charitable towards you. Right now, what you're trying to do is the Lav thing, where you said enough things, you can kind of sit on the fence and ignore all of the implications of everything you said. Just what you said earlier. You said, I think I needed to leave
Where
to
am I
protect
doing
myself. Just what you said earlier. I need to leave to protect myself. That makes it
Yes,
sound like
because
you're running from a fucking invading army. I have to leave to protect myself.
No, not an invading army. They leave me alone if I'm not on stream.
That's the implication. How
But
do you
then,
not?
But then I go on stream and then I read all these comments and I'm like not gonna like what they are. So I'm.
I was gonna make I want to make another shout out to anybody who would like to send a like to the stream. I thought this conversation lasted 7 minutes. Somebody said this conversation only lasted 7 minutes. I don't know who the fuck said that. She stays in the call for like an hour, but so we got, what is this, like fucking 40 more minutes to go? I'm gonna be here through the whole thing, even though I do have to wake up in 6 hours to have a conversation with Lav herself. I have to wake up in 6 hours from now, so I'm gonna stay streaming. But can anybody in the chat? I don't know. The problem is I don't know how to ban this person. It just, I can only time them out. But either way, can somebody inside of the chat tell me how to? Inside of the chat, if you are new to the stream, it didn't come from DGG. Can you put a 1 in chat? Put a 2 in chat if you're, well, don't even put a 2 in chat. That's not relevant. If you're new and you didn't come from DGG, put a 1 in chat. I just want a general idea. I don't think there's gonna be many. I don't think there's gonna be very many who haven't come from DGG or Destiny's community or anything. I just want to know how many people. 2, yeah, you can put a 2 in if you haven't. If you're native, or you watched me, or you watched Destiny. Really? I feel like there's no way there's that many 1s. Really? If there is, that's insane. But yeah. Thank you to everybody who's liked the stream after I made that call to like the stream. 30 people, I believe, liked the stream. Thank you so much. It helps with organic growth. Apparently, all of the 1s and stuff come from shit like that because, like I said, YouTube really likes pushing streams to people. So liking the stream is one of the greatest ways to get the algorithm to push this stream out to other people. And yeah, I really appreciate it. I really, really do appreciate it. It is giving me a lot of hope for streaming to be able to do stuff like this. Yeah, I really like YouTube for streaming for this reason, quite in particular, is because there's a chance for organic growth. I have a chance on this website. Thank you so much. We're going to get back to it.
I'm not gonna read them.
That's great that you're saying that now, but what you're saying now sounds way different than he's got an audience full of groypers and misogynists and incels.
Yes, that was also the night after that conversation.
I'm just saying that what you're saying now is
you called me a dumb bitch.
I guess that's true.
Right now, you have a...
Of course, I'm going to feel differently about it.
Right now, you have a... Stop using that voice. Give me the Lav voice. Not that one.
Holy shit.
Thank you.
That is my voice. I'm like pleading with you because I feel very desperate with you right now.
The thumbnail is a nice debate. Oh shit, is the thumbnail...
Garrett, what do you think I'm not hearing?
What is the thumbnail?
Well, I feel like you're not... I'm doing the Max thing where I feel like you're not taking care of my feelings, but you shouldn't have to. But I still.
Oh, fucking Destiny's thumb. I didn't mean for. Did my editor change my thumbnail to Destiny's thumbnail?
What about my? Wait, Lav. What about my feelings, Lav?
I know. I just told Max the same thing last night.
Okay, what do you think I'm upset about?
For reference, I did not do that. Okay, I didn't do that.
Talk to me about it.
Well, I know that you're upset because obviously you think that I've made an unfair characterization of you.
Okay.
And I feel the same way.
No. I don't give a fuck about you right now. I want to know what you think about my feelings. Why am I upset? Don't bring your feelings up. Bring up my feelings. Take care of me. Okay? Yes.
I think that you probably feel like betrayed. You probably feel very like on the unregulated interpersonally because a lot of drama has gone on the past couple weeks. The past week. And then obviously me, someone that you've been very charitable to, is now, you know, painting you in the way that you don't feel like you've been. Because
Okay, I feel like that's gonna be her biggest W out of all
I
the
feel
ones
like
she
you've gotten
listed.
a lot of shit from people for being too charitable to me. So now when you hear me make that description of you, you think that it's like extremely unfair, and that makes you like way
Okay.
more mad at me.
Do you think that my feel good? Okay, that was really good. I didn't think you'd be able to get that far, so I'm impressed. Okay, can you tell
Steven.
me? Do you think that my feelings are fair?
Yeah.
Like they map onto reality?
Yeah.
Then why are you surprised that I'm so upset right now?
I'm not surprised.
Okay, then what was the purpose of you coming into this conversation? Because you reminded me over and over again that I'm making you feel hurt or uncomfortable, but it seems like you acknowledge why I would be hurt or uncomfortable over and over and over again. What was the goal of the conversation then? To come in while I'm hurting or uncomfortable, and then you want to come in and have me like placate your feelings? What was the point?
You just made me placate yours.
Because I'm the one that's upset. Yeah.
I think that in a friendship you should be able to talk about what both of you guys are feeling, and then, you know, apply it to reality.
Okay,
I don't think
tell
that
me-
I think that your reality is very accurate, and I also think that my reality is accurate because most of it is just how we feel.
Okay, tell me your reality. Go. Tell me how you're feeling right now.
I'm having a really hard time coming to grips with the fact that I've been like stupid online, and also
okay.
that like having to deal with the consequences of having like a very unedited persona where just like anything goes. I'm like trying to parse out what I want from streaming or the internet in general, and it's very I think it's a lot all at once to have like so many people like hate me, which like isn't about.
Bro, I think this is pretty consistent with where I would peg that she would be in regards to her thought process. So I'm feeling pretty good about the things that I want to talk to her about. If I can fucking wake up and be cognizant during that conversation, I might let some of you down. For anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about who's just joining me, I intend on having a conversation that is scheduled at the moment, scheduled with this woman, bottom right woman, LavLune, for, what is that, 6 hours from now. I have a conversation with her scheduled that seems to be going on. I have not slept yet, so I may underperform. I want to manage expectations. But if you'd like to be there, if you'd like to join me, please. Here, I might throw up my. I'm gonna get my Twitch channel and then throw it up into chat so you guys potentially be there. I think I'll stream it, but I don't know. Probably will, but yeah. So that way you guys can remind me of the things that I need to ask her.
That's like obviously
Because genuinely, a lot of you in chat are of a similar mindset to me when it comes to the things I want to ask her and the things that you guys want asked to her. So I'll probably stream it so that way I can get some people in there who want to ask similar questions and can help me focus.
very much about me, but it's like hard to deal with because it's like a lot all at once because
probably it might be YouTube at this point. I might stream it on YouTube.
I mean, I'm grateful to you for, you know, for spending this time with me on stream because it's great for business, right? But I also, I like didn't know like what I was really getting into. And then when it turned out it was bad, I like,
you can see that.
It's like upsetting. Like it's upsetting for so many people to, like pick me apart constantly. And I think that you're used to that because you've had this platform for so long. But I'm still sort of just like, this is like my first little dip,
Dude, I'm not gonna say, it's kind of weird because I'm using a woman for this, but my girlfriend, for example, she has a similar outlook on how criticism works. So like, there's been multiple times she's been like, hey, look, there's this Reddit thread about you. It's calling you a piece of shit. And then she'll like be fucking reading all the comments and stuff. She's big on Reddit. She's like really likes it. And I'll be like, okay, is it like a criticism or is it just like calling me a piece of shit? Like, is it like saying that I performed poorly in an argument. I could have done better in an argument. And they're like, no. She's like, no, it's just like calling you a piece of shit. And I'm like, okay, so then I don't know why I'd care. But she'll stew on it, and she'll be like into it. It seems like Lav might be of a similar mind, but maybe not as big into it as like my girlfriend, where she's really, really like cares a lot about that. I don't give a fuck. I don't care that much. Unless it's a valid criticism, I tend to not care. That's how I've interacted with shit. If it's not a criticism, I will just go back to playing video games. That's the way that I operate as a person.
Toe dip in it. And so I wish that you'd I'm not gonna be another girl that
she
cries
likes to read the
on your stream. Holy shit, hold on, let me have a second.
She likes to read your hate comments. Well, she likes to read comments about me pretty broadly, because she just likes to see what's being said about like everyone and especially me because of her proximity to me. But I tend to not care unless it's like something like some kind of criticism or something tangible I can use to help improve my stuff. Like I've gotten some people DMing me on Discord and stuff, and DM me on Discord if you have a legitimate argument that I did something poorly, I said something stupid or something. But I get people DMing me about like improvements I can make to my stream and stuff, and those are things I like interacting with. I've gotten a couple of those recently, and a couple of them have been pretty good, and I really got to look into them.
So I think when I talked to you about calling me a dumb bitch, it really hurt because I felt like not only was your community painting me this way, but you, who knows me personally, is saying these things to me and like affirming that it's true, that I am just like a stupid dumb bitch who knows nothing, which like hurts more when you say it because you know me better than your community. And then because your community knows that you know me better, they're like, okay, it's like open season, basically. Like we're right because Steven is telling.
She's ulting, bro. She is ulting, dude. Oh no. Oh god. Oh no. Oh, let the Lord have mercy. White woman tears, dude.
Oh, no. Is telling us that it is okay to do this. And then you did that again when you talked about Brittany versus me, and that Brittany didn't deserve all the criticism and I deserve more of it because I'm crazy. And I was just like, fuck. Like, and I think that is a fine characterization for you to make, right? Because that's your reality. That hurts me a lot.
Needs
so then
BKB.
I had to be like, okay, well, I don't want to change
of that
Steven's
message.
mind because I think what he's feeling is valid, but I might just have to like take myself out of the equation because I can't handle this. Whereas Max was like, well, I can change his mind, I can change him. I was just like, I think it's just healthier for me if I don't involve myself in this. Or just like cool it down. Like obviously the way
Damn, my god, she might have got it.
I've been going about the internet is not good. So I should probably change a couple things. And then you've been mad at me this past week.
The only problem with this is she could flip on this pretty quickly, so I don't know. But I mean, it sounds like she's onto it.
I've just been like, I've been trying to not give you too much shit.
She canceled the ult. Yeah, dude, it got interrupted.
Because I know that Max is
She got stunned. She got stunned, bro. It got canceled during the channel.
You a lot, and I know that your audience is giving you a lot, and I know that obviously the whole Nick stuff or whatever. I don't know. So I've been trying to like give you space, but then
But you've been talking about me on like every shit talking me on every platform you've been going on.
I didn't shit talk you, Steven.
You wouldn't say the conversations we had with Max, you don't think was shitting me a little bit? Or the conversation you had with Brittany and Ahrelevant, you wouldn't say that's shitting me a little bit? Do you want to watch those clips together? We can go over if we think that is or not.
This is what I'll say. Okay, I'll concede. I guess I was shit talking you, but I think in a way that was productive that humanized you, so it doesn't seem as bad to me.
I don't know what that sentence.
I wasn't painting you as evil. I wasn't painting
You're
you
painting
as,
me as uncharitable and dishonest, which are like the
Sure,
worst things.
and that's-
I would
and
rather
that's-
somebody say I have a small dick, okay? My honesty, my charitability are like the two things that I've extended the most to you and to other
I know.
people in general. So
I know, and maybe that's why I got so happy with how much you were doing that suddenly you stopped, and I was like, wait, where'd it go? Which is understandable, right?
no.
If you condition me to have kid gloves on, and then all of a sudden you take the kid gloves off. I'm like, wait, this doesn't feel good. I think that's normal. That's a normal feeling for me to have.
Okay, but that's not that's your characterization to me right now, okay? And I've noticed this more and more, that it feels like when you're having a conversation with somebody, whatever characterizations you've given about them in the past, you know the implication. But when you confront that person directly, like everything you've said in the past has given you like the perfect leeway to sit on either side of the fence. And when you talk to the person in real life, you go to the good side of the fence. But then when you're in another community later, you'll hop to the other side of the fence.
I understand this, and this is why I don't think that I do well in the debate sphere.
No. That's not a debate sphere. That's a personal relationship thing.
I understand that, Steven, but listen to me. I am just that person in general. It's not to be manipulative. It's not for optics, which is why I got so angry with Cherry, because Cherry was saying that I do this for like manipulation or optics. I do this because this is just my brain. I'm constantly in this like this area of like gray. I'm
it's working.
I'm not going
you're
to,
not in.
I'm,
No.
My gears are turning.
You're not in an area of gray where it's undecided. You're in an area of gray that allows you to play whoever's in front of you. Yes.
No, that's intent. You're deriving intent on me. You just had a conversation about. Our last fight was you saying that I couldn't assign intent to Cherry, but you're trying to do it to me.
If I could pull somebody if I could pull you in a conversation that you're having with somebody, and I could ask you, when you say these things about his audience, do you know what you're implying? You would absolutely know. You would know 100%. But now when you're in front of me and you say, well, that was just like a small part of it. I didn't mean to imply like your full audience full of gripers. That's not really that relevant. Like, then you're on the other side of the fence. It's not because you're gray and nuanced. It's because whenever you're in front of somebody, you say the particular thing that you know either they want to hear or bolsters your connection with them the most.
It is fine that you have that characterization of me. That is not my truth. Like, I don't
care what is your truth, honey. That's not relevant. What is relevant is the implication you give to everybody listening. That's great that you have a truth, but when you say...
Oh, dude, I got hit with the 1-2 of cringe there, dude. Oh, that was the 1-2 of cringe, dude. She hit me with the my truth, and he hit me with the honey, dude. Oh, that was bad, bro. Oh, that was bad.
Things in front of somebody, like he has a groiper, misogynistic, incel audience, and then you come to me and go, well, my truth is that I just had like a conversation about this particular thing.
I still think that you do. I haven't conceded.
Okay, but your evidence for that is you getting harassed on Twitter by groipers, and you interact with groipers more than I do. You're on those panels more than I am.
Steven, in your Discord today, people were posting pictures of me without makeup, saying how ugly I looked without makeup.
Where?
Today, in your fucking Discord. Today.
You should report. I'm pretty sure we ban people for something. This is really RTBA.
Yes,
can you look this up?
A moderator reached out to me.
Name.
Still.
Name.
It's still happening. And I know that you can't control all of that. I know you can't, and I don't.
They're already banned. Okay, these types of, you do blame it on me. You say that it comes from me and my community.
Steven, I'm not. It's not. You are not your community.
Didn't we just say earlier that communities come from individuals? Did we have this part of the conversation where you said that,
I think that you can sway and lead your community into a direction, but there will still be outliers. Even if you were like, I love Lav, she's always right, there would still be people who are like, I want to kill and rape her, whatever.
Why use those as representatives of the community then?
Uh-oh.
Like, in your messages to me, you say,
oh, it's unlocked.
Look at your subreddit. Look at your YouTube comments. Like, what are you implying there?
Well, also, I was very emotional.
Oh, he didn't like that, dude. Oh, she tried to counter. Oh, boy.
I want to kill myself.
I did. I could laugh at that. We're on YouTube. I don't have to. Hey, listen. No video games here. Hey, look.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being hyperbolic.
You're victimizing yourself again. Stop.
I'm not victimizing myself.
Do you think she and MrGirl are too desperate for Destiny's approval? Honestly, I don't know. That's kind of difficult to tell. I think that would require a level of insight into both of their lives that I just currently can't have, not in good faith. I don't know. Maybe? I don't know.
I'm saying, I'm not victimizing myself. I'm being accountable. I'm saying that I was emotional and I was...
That's the opposite of accountability. What? Saying you're emotional implies that you lacked agency.
You know what? Maybe I do have information. Let me put it this way. If my... I I don't know. I think if I was of the mindset that MrGirl, I believe MrGirl is, I want to have a conversation with him as well, and he seems open to it. If I was of the mindset that MrGirl was, I think I would probably just stop interacting with Destiny. If I genuinely believed, that Destiny was complicit, and if I genuinely believed that Destiny was complicit in allowing his mods to purge all dissenting opinion of Destiny, or removing and redacting any L's that Destiny takes, I think I probably would not interact with Destiny anymore. In any way, shape, or form. I'd probably give him significant amounts of criticisms for it, try and gather evidence of it, and give him significant criticisms for it. I think that's probably what I would do. But at the moment, obviously, because I am not doing that, that is not my opinion.
The time to make the correct decision. It's the opposite of accountability, saying I'm emotional.
That's what emotions do to you. What are you talking about? Emotions make you act like very selfishly. What do you mean, Steven? How else do you want me to say that? Do you want me to say, yes, I purposely messaged you about all these things to victimize myself? No, I
would give you the same answer that Erudite gave you. You would say, I fucked up and I was wrong. That's what accountability looks like. Saying, I was emotional at the time. It's the opposite of accountability. It's externalizing the blame onto something that's out of your control.
My way. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't have the right.
Don't apologize to me. It's not words to communicate. It's an idea.
Okay, Steven,
when you try to blame.
Okay, I meant the same thing.
No,
so
you didn't mean that. I know what you meant. You said what you meant.
No, I need to update my vocabulary. I'm sorry, I fucked up. I'm wrong. I have no problem saying that. I just
see she's doing it again because she's saying I need to update my vocabulary to correspond with what I'm really feeling. The problem is if she really felt like she was wrong as often as she said that she was wrong, so she's blaming her vocabulary on that. But if she actually had felt what she's blaming the vocabulary on, like she actually believed that she was in the wrong and made a genuine or honest mistake, she would take steps to avoid making mistakes into the future. But I see no evidence of that whatsoever. No evidence. So it brings me to the conclusion that's not the vocabulary, like she's implying that it is right now. It's not the vocabulary. It's just that I genuinely believe she doesn't understand how to avoid making these kinds of mistakes. I don't think she does. I don't think she knows that she needs to have a kind of fundamental place that she stems her ideas from that can be constructed and deconstructed, refined and restructured upon demand, which is very important. It's very important to have a base that you can then modify based on its predictive capabilities and its rigor against the frictions of the real world environment, right? And I just don't think she has what it takes. Mish, thank you for the $5 USD. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
That meant the same thing to me as saying that I was emotional. I'm sorry.
Okay, so when you say things like, why are you pretending you're on...
your name is supposed to be... Wait. That's not how you spell Amish, is it? Your name is Amish Shaggy. It is? Oh, shit. I thought Amish had more... What? You spell Amish? A-M-I-S-H? Really?
Is not filled with misogynist and vitriolic El Toxicos. What is the implication there? That it's just a few people on Twitter? The implication is huge. That you're saying that...
It's not a few people. It is...
And then when you say later you're steadfast and that you handled everything great and correctly, that implies that there is some level of blame that I have there.
No, with you. I handled everything with you correctly. Like I wasn't like waging war or like whatever. I said I'm trying to.
No, you're implying that I didn't handle things correctly.
Is she channeling?
You said that I'm not handling things correctly.
I know because I was frazzled. I thought that maybe there was something that you could do. You see Max doing the same thing. Obviously, this feeling is not just my feeling.
No. Hold on. My feelings with Max it's a totally separate thing, not at all related to this. And it has to do with Max specifically calling out my subreddit for war and then all of the cringy shit that's going on with that right now. Aside from that, me and Max are...
She's not smart and can't take accountability. Well, I don't think she has the structure to be able to even take accountability. I don't think she has the logical structure to be able to build any kind of knowledge base off of.
Well, aside from that thing, we're chill.
Thank you, CL, for the $2, by the way.
But that's a totally separate thing than what's happening with your.
We are also chill besides this. Unless we're not.
No, what I'm saying is that Max's situation has specifically to do with like a subreddit war thing that's going on right now. Your problem with me is wider.
Max about it. No, I talked to Max about it 2 days ago. He thinks the same thing, that you're. I think this is where I am with it. Because
they ain't ending. They got 17 more minutes.
I think I've moved in the week since it has happened.
I think you can only hide the user messages, not ban them. Yeah, it's really fucking lame. I don't know how to. I don't think I can ban people.
I think I wanted you to protect me from your audience in a way that wasn't fair. I was like asking for special treatment.
Why do they care about D's validation? Bizarre. So I'm actually going to make a statement that might be a little bit controversial about this. I think it's kind of valuable. Remember to check after stream. You might have reached your goal. According to, sorry, Mifarino, it's been a while since I checked the Twitch chat. Danabo, my editor, came in and said, I have 100K watch hours on my channel, so I have plenty for the monetization thing. Why is she even invoking Max? Let him speak for himself. I don't know, because she thinks it'll help him. You could ban some, somehow. There's timeout and perma. I haven't seen the perma thing. But can't you do an indefinite timeout? I have no idea how to do that. No. Hide user is basically shadow banning. Okay, thank you. I'll use that from now on. You can delete messages and shadow ban them. I'm going to assume you mean the same way that Nemtrek said. What was I talking about earlier, though? Just a second ago, I responded to somebody in chat. Fuck, I don't remember. Oh, sorry, CL. Why do they care about your $2 dono? Why do they care about D's validation? It's bizarre. I care about Destiny's validation, probably not as much as these people do, but the reason why is because I respect them. I care about, there's a couple of people, I've talked about this before, and maybe this is bad, but there's a couple of people on this platform that can genuinely hurt me emotionally. And it's only a handful of people. And that is like Destiny, Wicked Supreme, IRI, Booksmarts, and Rose Wrist, Chud Logic, and Stardust, and Cherry. I think, you know, emotionally, there's a couple more people. And I apologize. Oh, Erudite is absolutely another one of those I do not want to miss. Because these are people I respect. For specific things. They can't hurt me on everything, but they can emotionally hurt me because I respect them in specific ways on specific things. And these people, when they, and if they give me legitimate valuable, like hard criticism, it hurts me because I know that I've done something wrong, and that it makes me feel like, it genuinely makes me feel like, oh fuck. Kind of makes me feel like I'm almost in a bit of a timeout, because it's like, you know, these people that I in kind of ways really respect and in some ways look up to, have critiqued me, and it gives me pause significantly. So I do believe there is I kind of understand why people would vie for Destiny's validation. I kind of understand why, but I thought I'd explain that thought process, because I think that's how some people go about it, is because I value certain people for certain opinions. Has that ever happened? I've gotten some criticism from Destiny about how I've handled some conversations. I haven't been hurt by it because none of these people have actually gone like aggressive on me. When I say that they're capable of hurting me, what I mean emotionally is that if they like go really hard on me, they usually don't. It's part of the reason why I respect them. They usually don't go unreasonably hard on anybody. But I put that out there because these people are people that I respect. And I think when you respect people, you put yourself in kind of a level of emotional vulnerability. Because when somebody you respect tells you you fucked up and you fucked up bad, you can't just turn that off. You can't just turn off the respect, turn off the emotions that you had that this person is a reasonable person, and just kind of go into your shell. You can't really do that. So yeah, What about Demon Mama and Vosh? Oh yeah, I mean those people I respect the most. I don't think it's really even seeking approval. She wants to invoke the power of the disapproval of reality existing one step away. Do you think Destiny is one step away from MrGirl? How? Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So you're gay, bro? What the fuck?
And I was upset when you didn't give it to me, and now I'm sort of just like dealing with the bed that I shit in. Yeah, I was wrong. I don't think that
that's not how respect works. I think what you're describing is love. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I have a shitty perspective on respect, but I think it makes sense. If somebody you respect for their ability to make good arguments, like, gets very upset at you, I think it is. I don't think you can just turn off your sense of this person is a reasonable person and they are yelling at you, which probably indicates that they have a valid reason to yell at you. I don't think you can really turn that off at a moment's notice. So that's what I mean by, like, hurt me. Is like, I do feel bad when I fuck up. I feel bad when I make mistakes. As much as people were giving me praise for the Vosh conversation that I had, even people on his subreddit giving me praise, which is unreal, I felt quite bad after that conversation because I kept running it back. It's like what Roserist was talking about, where he was talking about how, you know, sometimes at night he would think about certain conversations he would have and it would upset him. You know, I'm sure if my girlfriend was here, she could testify to the fact that when I have debates where I don't feel like I did really well, I stew on it for quite a bit of time. I'm really beat myself up about conversations. And when somebody I respect, like my brother, who I respect probably the highest out of anybody, gives me critiques, man, that shit puts me over. That shit, it fucks with me. But the whole point of that, and what I do there, is I try to avoid making the mistake again. That's what I try and do. Try and put myself in a position where that doesn't happen again. I do things to be able to avoid running into the same issues, into the same problems, and shit like that.
Your audience is filled with groypers and
The problem is we don't really know Destiny or any of these people. Oh, sorry. I don't necessarily respect Destiny as a like person in the capacity of like, oh, I think he would treat me really well, IRL. I don't know shit about that. I respect his ability to create arguments. So when he creates an argument against me that might be a heavy criticism of me, I'm going to take that very seriously. Same with Wicked Supreme. Same with IRI. Same with, you know, Not So Erudite. These are people where if they give me, you know, a serious talking to, it's like, okay, it's like, you know, this is somebody who knows their stuff and they're critiquing me. Time to, like, really buckle down on that one. You know what I'm saying? You respect his opinions. Yeah, I respect his process. I respect Erudite's process. I respect Wicked Supreme's process. I'm not saying that, like, as a person, Destiny is cool. I literally don't. I met him twice IRL. And it seems, I think he fucking forgot that he met me. It is what it is, man. And shit like that. That's what I mean. Like, we don't have, like, any kind of physically intimate interactions or anything. I don't know him as a person at all. And I wouldn't claim to know him. I have a, you know, a pretty, I don't want to say rudimentary, or pretty light understanding of IRI and now Wicked Supreme and Book Smarts, because I've hung out with them IRL, and I like those people. But yeah, I mean, I haven't been around them nearly enough to be able to make a character judgment.
I think that they're certainly there. And I think that you could probably do things to quell some of that if you were extremely cautious.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. All of this, to me, and I understand you have things you're saying, it all feels like placating to me. Because when you were talking to Max, like, Max was making it sound like I was so beyond fucking damaged or
Wait,
whatever.
what Q&A, Davarok? Wait, was Sonzol at a Q&A?
And you were like, oh, well, we shouldn't even try to change him. Like, that's just the way that he is, and I can't interact with that anymore.
So no.
Skeptical,
So
I
I still
understand
feel that same way. So I think in the way where, like, I can love you from like here, but knowing that if I interact with you in that way, like I'm gonna get my feelings hurt because I can't control you. Whereas like
Interact
Max
with me
wants
in
to-
what way?
Like if I go on your stream, I can't trust you or expect you to like treat me with kid gloves anymore, or
Even though I have in every
protect
single
me.
circumstance, except when you're literally
Yes.
shouting at me in the middle of a conversation.
Yes. Yes. Whereas Max wants to like control the way that
Why is he like deforming his face?
you control his
He's like moving his entire cheek to the front of his face.
narrative. I'm sort of just like, I think, and I said this, I said, I still love Steven, but I think that, and I think that you can still love Steven, but I think you'd be happier if you weren't trying to control him. I think what I was saying was like perfectly apt, and I don't think that it was rude at all. towards you.
Sanzo was wait, Sanzo was at the Change My Mind thing Destiny did last week? Really? Yo, why am I just hearing about this now? I want to see Sanzo out in the wild.
I said that I think that you struggled. I said that you struggled interpersonally because I do think that that's true.
You're really good at this, okay? But I'm far older than you, okay? I see through your devious tricks, okay?
Steven,
Stop. This implication that you were talking about me like a butterfly that you can't catch and you have to let flap its wings in the way.
Steven,
blah, blah, blah,
I said that you struggled interpersonally. I said that you had a detached.
You said that you
style.
didn't feel like you wanted to teach me how to treat you properly. The implication of that is so much more negative and vitriolic than you're giving it credit for. When now you describe the conversation, you're like, well, I was just telling him that we kind of have to let you flap your wings the way that you do, like the beautiful butterfly you are. That's not, the implication was that I'm this monster that can't even be trained to treat a woman properly on stream.
Okay. Whoa, that's not what I meant.
That's
not what I meant at all.
That's what you implied, and that probably is what you meant.
Okay, I'm sorry that I fucked up in that way. I did not mean to do that. What you have to understand also, this is where I'm coming at it. So
please, I'm gonna do another shout out to individuals to please like the stream. I have 750 of you in here because there was a lot of people who wanted to, or I think I have 750 people in here who are in here pretty much exclusively because individuals want to like the stream, and I also think there's a lot of DGG people in here. Please like the stream. It helps the algo to push more people into the stream. I would appreciate it so much if you would take the time out of your day to just do that. If that's not something you want to do, you kind of just want to enjoy the content, then do it. But it really does help me with growth because I can't find growth on Twitch. I've been streaming for quite a bit of time on there. Organic growth is damn near impossible. But in the short period of time that I've been on YouTube, I've seen quite a bit more organic growth just because, and it's only because people talk in chat, people engage with the content, and people like the stream. That is the only reason why I'm seeing growth. Without that, it just wouldn't be pushed to anybody. No new people would get exposed to this kind of thing. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much for taking that time out of your day. Thank you to the, I believe, 30 people that have now liked the stream after that call out. Thank you to you 36 people now.
me and Max have very similar attachment styles. I think it's because we both have fucked up moms that fucked us up. And so when I'm talking to Max and leveling with him, I have to speak his language. So when I'm saying we need someone to take care of us, we need whatever, I'm speaking to him in like codependency narcissistic language. Because this is how I feel it, this is how he feels it, right? So when I'm talking about you, even though it might not be actually the case, the reality that you're not taking care of us, that's what it feels like to me and Max.
First of all, don't group yourself with Max. Hold on. The issues that we're having are completely and totally different.
Wow, we just crossed it. We now have more likes than concurrent viewers. Thank you. That was like, what, fucking 50 people that liked the stream after that call out. Thank you so much.
They're very similar.
They're absolutely, completely disconnected.
I think maybe you see it that way, but I don't think that me and Max see it that way.
I don't. You're both wrong, and I wouldn't trust either of your takes on interpersonal relationships and psychology. So I don't care what you guys think. Okay.
That's fine. You don't have to.
Okay. Cool.
I'm telling you how I feel.
No, you're not telling me how you feel. You're giving me descriptions of reality that I disagree with.
No, I'm saying it's not the reality.
When you say me and Max both feel the same way and we have the same problem with you, that's not a statement about how you feel. That's a descriptive
our reality,
statement.
which could be warped. Our reality could be warped. I'm just telling you how. I'm telling you the language I was speaking when I was talking to Max. Maybe I shouldn't have done that on stream for an audience to watch and take whatever they could from it. I'll own that. But I also don't think that I've painted you in any sort of like malignant way.
When you say that you can't teach me how to treat you properly, You don't think that paints me in a certain way? When you say that my community is full of misogynists and incels and groypers, you don't think that paints me in a certain way?
Well, when I was talking to Max about how I think that Max sees the Cherry situation in the same way that I do. And it could be not based in reality. Like I said, we're both sick individuals. But I think this is why me and him have grouped up, is because we both saw... The reason why I spoke up for Max so vehemently... Is she channeling? Obviously, I already trying to get a dunk on Cherry. She sucks. But then, when I saw that you weren't telling Cherry how stupid she was, I felt like I needed to protect Max. I felt like I needed to, like...
That's great, and that's a very normal, childlike response to seeing somebody in danger, okay?
Yeah,
But the adult me saw that the entire internet was against Cherry and Stardust. Even in their own Twitter mentions, they were getting roasted for it. My subreddit was roasting them. My chat was, everything was roasting them. So I'm not going to sit there and scream, I'm here to save you, Max, when he doesn't need to save it. He's perfectly 100% fine.
Yeah, I totally, I get that.
I also kind of wanted to avoid a dog pile as well.
And I think that maybe some of that is true, right? But also, we have to meet people where they are, right? So, like, if Max wanted you to do that, you can either choose to not do that or to do it. And
Max didn't communicate to me anything related to that. I'm not going to try to mind read him there. And if he did try to message me and say something, can you please pet that cat next to you?
Yeah.
If he did try to message me and say something, then I probably would have had the frank conversation with him about, like, oh, well, I think it would be good or bad for me to intersect or to engage with this topic in this matter because of these reasons.
I think that that's completely fair. I think that's completely fair.
Well, but you're like holding me accountable for being like a bad friend. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, that's not what I tried to do. That's not what I tried to do.
I don't care what you try. You must understand that when you say things like Steven failed to help Max when he needed a friend the most.
Yeah, that the implication of that is that Steven is a pretty shitty friend. That's what Lav is implying there. What do you think about your relationship with MrGirl? I think our relationship is pretty decent. I mean, I seem decently cordial with him. Yeah. Seems like we're cool. I have no reason to believe it's bad. Why?
That the implication is that I'm a shitty friend, and by extension of that, a shitty human?
I can tell that,
Oh, is it trying to get on her lap? That's so cute.
I understand the implication. I really wasn't trying to do that.
Wait, does it have two different colored eyes?
I was really
is it one of those?
trying to come to a place where I see
oh my goodness.
I see Max has like a very anxious attachment to you. So that was me telling like him to like let go. Because I can see that it's like hurting him because he holds your friendship in
because I'm a
like,
horrible
really
person because I don't know how to treat people with respect.
No,
Yes.
It's not because of you. It's not because of you. It's
is
because of Max.
That was
no,
that to be
it's not
okay.
because of you.
That's
It's
great what you're
because of
saying now,
Max.
but in that conversation, the implication was that I don't want to train Steven how to treat me properly, and I think that you need to stop being friends with him too. What is the implication? That I'm a horrible monster that doesn't know how to treat people. I don't need you to tell me how you're going to phrase it I can tell you what you're going to say now. I already know.
Steven,
but I'm just telling you the implication of what you're saying leans a certain way, and every motherfucker looking at the conversation go, oh yeah, obviously she's implying that he's a horrible fucking person, and Max needs to cut himself off as quickly as possible because he's never going to find happiness in the presence of such a groiper incel creating monster.
Okay, I think you
Where's
also
the lie? I'm sorry.
forget, and I know that this is
I
normal
had
for
to
you
do-
because you've been streaming
because
for a
I was
while and
such
you
a
understand that like there's a whole chat watching. But for me still, it does not it feels like I'm just having a conversation with one person.
Listen, I didn't make the
I'm
thumbnail,
not-
okay? All right, my editor did the thumbnail, all right? And I'm going to use Destiny's excuse, all right? My moderation team, I like to have my moderation team have some measure of autonomy. My hands are off of the situation. I can't be blamed for what my moderation, I'm fucking memeing it.
So to me, when I'm leveling with Max, pay attention to me.
I'm listening. For me, when I'm leveling with Max,
When I'm leveling with Max and I'm speaking with his language, I'm not thinking about optically what I look like. I'm thinking about connecting with Max.
no one here is talking about optics.
Yes, okay. You are, because you're talking about implications.
I am.
I'm talking about an implication that you'd be selling in a one-on-one scenario, even if it wasn't a million people or whatever watching. If you were talking to Max personally, you're like, you know, I don't really want to be friends with Steven because like I don't think he knows how to treat people properly. I'm not going to train anybody how to treat people. And I think you shouldn't be friends with him either. What is the implication? It doesn't matter if there's a million people listening or only Max listening.
Yeah, I never said that you guys should not be friends.
You're saying that he should
needs
cut
to let
himself.
go.
What
Oh
what is that
my
mean?
god.
I don't think that you get it because you have a very detached attachment style. I don't think that you understand what anxious attachment is or what it feels like. And that's
Wait, what does letting somebody go mean? Then?
fine.
Like literally, what does it mean?
No. In this conversation right now, you're
Steven,
implying.
are you seriously
Oh my
going
God,
to
I'm
tell
so sorry.
me?
I couldn't. My bad for trying to speak. Go ahead.
Steven, shut the fuck up. Are you seriously going to tell me that you don't struggle interpersonally?
No,
really?
I don't struggle interpersonally. No, I don't.
That's a fucking joke.
It's not a joke. I don't.
You have feuded and fought with everyone in all fucking four corners of the fucking internet, Steven.
Yeah,
Come
and I can
on.
tell you
Get a grip.
exactly why I fight with anybody that I do. It's not a mystery to me.
Yeah, there's always a reason. There's always a reason.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
always someone else. It's
I'm
always
an
someone else.
aggressive.
It's never you.
No,
It's never you.
Hold on, that's not true. I have a super aggressive personality. There's a lot of reasons why people don't like me, but I know that. I'm not confused. I'm never on stream trying to figure like I don't know
but I
why they're
can't bring it
treating me
up?
that way. What?
But I can't bring up those reasons.
You could. Oh, are you bringing up those reasons? Because 5 seconds
said
ago you
you
were trying to say that it
struggle
wasn't about me, that it was
interpersonally.
about Max. But now that I'm willing to admit, of course, yeah, I am an asshole. Now you do want to make it about me, or which one is it? I can't tell. If
No,
you're changing positions in real time. You got the Thanos
not.
ring. Reality is whatever I want it to be. Tell me.
Did he say Thanos ring? Ugh, cancel this nigga. What? Yo, that's some Looney Tune shit, bruh.
Shut up. You're
How do
acting
you fuck that up?
fucking catatonic.
Okay.
Stop.
Also, hold on, just as a
Follow
heads
me
up.
in this conversation.
Okay, I'm following you, but I have to leave in like 3 minutes because I've got to eat with Dan. Okay, so go ahead.
Oh my fucking god.
I'm just saying that in your conversation with Max, the implication was that I was like an evil, horrible person. I think most people would read into it as being like, oh, okay, yeah, he sounds like that guy. Whoever she's talking about, that dude sounds pretty fucked up, pretty selfish, pretty mean, pretty rude.
When you and Melina have a fight,
Mhm.
when Melina goes to her friends, how do you think they talk about you? Even though they know that, and they probably, or if you had a mutual friend,
Mhm.
am I supposed to be like completely like emotionally uninvested, or am I gonna be like, yeah, that actually makes sense? Like if I felt the way that you felt, I probably wouldn't be friends with that person.
That's on you to figure out how you decide to bring those problems up. I agree with you that a lot of people do act like children, and when they present problems with their significant other, they make them sound wholly fucking evil. You can ask people that I personally confide in with relationship issues. I don't know if I've ever talked with you about Melina, but I know for other people, you can go around and ask people. When Steven has fights with Melina, how does he talk about it? You can probably ask Dan, you might be able to ask Pisco, Erudite, and my conversation is always like, it's gonna be like, yeah, when he's got problems with Melina, he says it, but he always says why she feels upset too. I never give this impression like, oh, Melina, that's a dumb bitch. She's a crazy fucking monster. She's a stupid fucking kid. Sure. Usually I'll say like, oh, yeah, Melina's really upset about this, and I think it's kind of silly, but I'm a really hard person to get along with. And she's probably triggered because I lied about this in the past or whatever.
But that's you. Sure, but that's you.
Sure, well, I'm saying, but hold on, because you asked.
That's the way that Max was talking about it. Max was talking to me about how he felt.
That's fine, but I'm just saying, you asked me, how do you talk about people when you're having a Melina? And I told you how to talk. Because I know that if I don't, and I know that if I don't say that, if I only give the problems that I have with Melina, and I don't say why she might feel that way, the impression people are going to is, oh, Melina's a crazy fucking bitch. That's what they're going to think. That's exactly why I don't give things in that manner. So that's fine if you're telling me that you don't, and that's even normal. What you're saying is people don't often give like the other sides of things. That's fine, but then you can't also say, I don't know why people would come away thinking in that conversation that I thought you were a super fucking crazy person. Because now you're telling me the reasons why you're giving that impression, while earlier you're telling me you didn't think you were giving that impression. It can't be everything at the same time. It's like everything everywhere all at once in terms of like what you're trying to say and what you're trying to imply and what you feel at any given point in time and who you're talking to.
We're having this conversation in hindsight, so I think I am able to actually do that. Because now you're here with me instead of just talking to Max. So I think that it's normal that I would have more information now and I would integrate it.
Okay.
I don't know why you're acting
I don't
like
think that whatever you just said has
true.
nothing to do with any conversations that have happened in the past. You're not retroactively changing the event. You're not Bran Stark, okay, going into the past and trying to change things, okay, and Hodor yourself into like, well, this is actually what I meant at the time. Now that I can go back
but I'm trying to make sense of a mosaic of interpersonal complexity.
Nothing is very complex here. There's not very many complex interactions happening. All this has been pretty simple so
far. It is
far.
complex because
what does that even mean?
That I see it differently than Max sees it. Max sees it differently than you see it, and we all see it slightly differently because we're all functioning off different reasons why we feel like one has hurt the other. I think that's normal, and so to make everyone feel validated, I think that we should recognize all of it. I think that I've done a fine job recognizing why you're hurt. And you still are like you're still making me like this. You're like painting me as this like villain that's like manipulative and
Because you
whatever.
kind of are acting like a villain, yes. But I'm gonna give you the final word because I have to leave and go talk to Dan. Okay? Because.
Okay, I think it's really unfair that yeah, I think that's an unfair characterization, but I don't know what else to say because I want to have a productive conversation. It doesn't feel very productive.
It doesn't feel productive because I'm not just acquiescing to everything you're saying, like going like, yeah, true, I agree. It feels unproductive because I'm giving you pushback. You probably don't get it very much. That would be my guess.
No, I get it enough. It just sucks when I'm trying to be vulnerable to you.
Oh,
and you're
she's channeling
painting everything that I'm doing, maybe messily.
She's
as,
channeling.
like, intentional.
No, hold on.
It's like
you're
it
not being
bothers
vulnerable to me, okay? That's not
I'm
true.
trying to be.
No,
I'm
you're not
trying
trying to be. You're giving me excuses, rationalizations, and justifications for
I
everything
have
you've done
not
so far.
done. I have when?
When you said I was emotional, and that's why I made all of those statements about your community.
Yeah, I said I fucked up.
No, now
I
you
fucked
said it,
up.
but that's not what you said before. Before you externalized it, I was being
When
emotional,
someone
and you even
says-
said it's
when
normal to be
someone- when
emotional.
someone says, Steven, when someone says, yeah, I was being emotional, does it, to me that sounds like okay, they get it. They get it.
We all
Do you
have
just
our
want me to
own
say
truths.
fuck? Do you want me in front of you and everyone to be like, yeah, I'm stupid, I fucked up? Like,
You don't have to
it
say
does
you're
the same
stupid.
Thing. It does the same thing though, for me to be like,
It-
yeah,
it-
I was emotional.
Okay, I'm just communicating to you people skills. It doesn't say the same thing. If somebody fucks up, like if a woman fucks up and says, "Oh, I was on my period,"
Okay,
that's not the same thing as saying like, "Oh, it was
maybe my people skills fucking suck then." But for you to be painting me, dude, and even the way that you're talking to me now, I don't know how to ask for what I want from you.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Right now, I think her being upset with how, right now at least, he is handling this conversation. I feel like right now he's just giving pushback. Previously, it was some pretty heated criticism and pushback or whatever. I could understand anybody getting really defensive about it. But, and earlier to that, on the original startup of this, I don't feel like it was that bad either, but like at parts of this, I could understand her being defensive, but right now, I mean, he's been pretty tame for a minute.
okay."
She channeling?
We can talk any other time you want, off stream or on stream, whatever you want to do. I need to go eat, or Dan's gonna fucking kill me. Okay? I appreciate the conversation. I understand it's a challenging conversation. Thanks for having it with me, though. Okay? Be careful.
All right.
Oh, dude,
Jeez.
she got interrupted, boys. Oh, no, dude. He literally stunned her before the channel could complete.
Jesus. Holy fuck. Her and Max are like the two most like mindfucky people to navigate conversations with. It's actually insane. Jesus. Okay. Switching gears. Cake is looking for DGG platform developers. Okay. Here's the subreddit post. I think this is the last day they've got applications. If you're applying and you're Russian, try to find a way to get paid because apparently that's really hard to do, just as a heads up. But anyway, here you go. Check this out. I love you guys. It's been fun. Ripperino, cappuccino, pappuccino.
All right, that's it. I was told that was like a 7-minute combo. I need to ban whoever told me that because that was like an hour long. Let's take a look. Let's see. So it's 8:50 in VOD. Yeah, it was a 50-minute combo. Jesus. Yeah, I was told it was like 7 minutes. They meant 70 minutes. Ban that idiot. Yeah, that was really unwise. All right. Like I said previously, I need to be getting to bed because I'm literally going to be talking to Lav in 5 hours. And I obviously need to be awake a little bit prior to that to get everything ready and shit like that. But I got 5 hours that I have or I need to be awake. So, look, I want to say a deep thank you to the 804 people that have liked this stream. And to the 750 people, a lot of you have stayed in here, have chilled the Dan logs. Wait, is there something more I should take a look at before I go? Go a good dinner, boys. Destiny is unhinged. Gonna be epic mania. Let's just say I'm shoring up my soft power. I don't know what that means. Yeah. Yeah, 813 likes right now. New high for likes on the stream. I'm surprised at the number of new individuals take a nap or our shining king. Listen, I put king. That was knight. A little bit cringe. I feel like it was a little bit cringe. It is what it is. Look, I will be back probably on YouTube. We'll probably stream it on YouTube. Just at the very least for convenience. At 1 p.m. PST is when I'm scheduled to have this talk with her. If that doesn't end up happening, I will post about it in my Discord and on Twitter. But at the moment, there hasn't been a cancellation. There's been no changing of plans. So I am assuming that the plans are still consistent. So 1 p.m. PST, I will be talking with that woman, LavLune, about various different things. And I would like as many of you in there who have critiques of her as possible. I would like as many of you in there as possible because I'm probably not going to be at my most sound mind. So I need people to give me refreshers and give me the things that would be important to say. That woman. Yeah, I said that woman because not everybody knows her name. Not everybody knows LavLune is her name. So I'm going to be having a conversation with her. So yeah. Is it true all you did was talk over him? Absolutely. So yes. Yes. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to all the donos as well. I got a lot of super chat donos. And it really is important to me that you guys are chatting, engaging with the community, and liking the stream. It gives me a chance at organic growth on this platform and then by proxy also on Twitch. It really does mean a lot to me. I thank you so much for helping me out. It makes me feel very, very hopeful for the future. That being said, I'm gonna leave it there. I'll see. What a great time for the bot to come back. I almost clicked add as moderator. I will be seeing you guys, my Discord, not yours. I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. If you'd like, you could sub to the YouTube channel. If not, that's okay as well. All right. I'll see you guys later. You guys have a good rest of your day. Like I said, I should be back today here on YouTube, 1 p.m. PST. If you don't know what time that is roughly, what would this be? Roughly 5 hours and 15 minutes from what time it is right now. 5 hours and 15 minutes from whatever time it is right now is when I should be live. 5 hours and 15 minutes. All right. I'm going to need to get some sleep, rest up.